Hello all, welcome to my channel. So today I'm back with another video where we will be kind of going like an SQL marathon. So here I will be solving around 50 plus questions today in one single video, and so this video will kind of will like act as a single solution. So we will be dealing with multiple scenarios like window functions, like operator, and some advanced analytical questions as well that are very similar to the ones that are actually asked in real-time SQL interviews, right? So in the past also I have shared many challenging SQL videos, but I was really thinking about this from the past, I think couple of months to bring out a one-stop solution kind of a video, and wherein if you hop onto this, you will actually go through almost all the, asked concepts in any SQL interview. So whatever concepts that we're going to use today, that will be very handy for you to ace your next SQL interview, right? So guys, before moving forward, I would like to just give you so sorry, yeah. So I'd like to give you a heads up about the data set. So in the past, what I've seen, what I've observed was that many folks who have created such type of marathon videos, it used to be usually around some, let's say some orders or payments kind of data set where they'll just take an e-commerce data set and then create videos over that. So I wanted to do something new actually for you guys, and I came up with this YouTube dataset actually. I mean, so here, rather than dealing with those orders and all those payments kind of tables, we will be dealing with YouTube analytical dataset actually. So we have tables like, as you can see on my screen, we have tables like creators, videos, daily views, comments, likes, revenue, etc., etc., right? So let me just quickly give you a glimpse of the dataset. And also keep in mind, guys, so I have not taken this dataset from anywhere. This is what all my thinking. So I have generated this dataset manually by thinking about the relationships. So you don't really need to focus much on the tables here. All we need to learn is the concept and the logic building approach that I'm going to show you step by step when we start actually solving the questions, right? Okay, so let's get started. So this is my first table, creators. We have creator ID here. This is kind of a dimension table. So if you're aware about data warehousing concepts, this is a dim table where we have all the all the attributes related to the creator here. You see creator ID, creator name, channel, country, joined it, etc. Right? Just give me a second. I'll be back. Okay, so coming back. So we just discussed about the creators table. Now let's check out this videos table, right? So we have this video ID column here, and you see this is the common column here, creator ID in videos table and creator ID from the creators table, right? So I hope this is all making sense to you. So after that we have title, we have published date, we have duration in seconds. Now keep in mind this is duration not in minutes but in seconds, okay? And of course the category. The video belongs to which specific category, all right? Okay, then what do I have here? I have daily views, okay? So in views table we have view ID again. Now you see video ID is acting as the common column between these two tables, right? If let's say we get a question like going forward in this session where we need to join videos with daily views, so this will probably be the column where that will be using for our joining conditions, right? And you see number of views, watch time in seconds, average view duration, okay, in seconds, impressions, clicks. So this is nothing new, guys. If you are aware about how YouTube works, so if anybody who's creating or who has a creator channel on YouTube, so whatever analytics YouTube shows to the creator, so I've taken all those columns. You see impressions, clicks, average view duration, watch time. So even I get to see all these metrics on my YouTube creator account. Okay, so this is quite similar to the real world scenario. Okay, then I have comments table. So again I have the common column as video ID here. Then we have likes, dislikes. Okay, so number of likes, number of dislikes for a specific video. Again video ID is the common column. And at last I have a revenue column here. Okay, so we have revenue ID, we have video ID. Again video ID will be acting as the common column. So I hope this is making sense. So I have actually kind of followed the start schema here where video ID is just like my fact table, and whatever tables that we have, I mean apart from videos table, they are kind of dimension tables. Okay. Okay, all right. So I have actually prepared a list of 50 around 50 plus questions that I will start, solving with you guys now in this video itself. Okay, and apart from that, I would also like to mention. So see, I generated this data set. I will be giving the link to this data set in the video description, where you will have all the create statements along with the insert statements. I can show you that as well. I pasted it somewhere. Yeah, here it is. So guys, I'll be giving you this create table and insert statement in the video description. You can look into that. Okay. So let's go back to SQL Server, and before going back, I did paste some question. Yeah. So these are the questions that guys I have created for this SQL marathon video on YouTube dataset. Okay. So see, we have uh, I have divided this video kind of in three parts. Just one second. Okay. Yeah, four parts, sorry. So initially we'll be dealing with basics question, like these questions will not be much difficult. Then we'll go to filters and aggregations, and after that we'll go with window functions, and the last part is advanced questions, where the level of complexity will increase a bit. Okay. So see, the reason behind segregating this video, I mean, into multiple questions like basics, filters, and then windows and advanced is because see, not everyone is on the same level, right? So this video is actually for anyone and everyone who who's starting in SQL. Okay. So as the length of the video will increase, the level of complexity in the questions will also increase with time. Okay. So I think it's enough of the theory. Now we should get started. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Okay, let me come to this window. Sorry. So list the first question is list all videos with their creator names. Let's comment this one. List all videos with their creator names. So that means we have been asked to get all videos but with the creator name, right? So we have creator ID in this table, right? So I think this question is quite simple, as when by looking at the question statement itself, it's quite clear that we have to join with the creator table here. Inner join creators. Let's give it C, and let's inner join here on C dot creator ID and V dot creator ID, right? And because I only want creator name here, so there is no point of giving select star. Okay, so execute. Okay, so we have got this, right? So we have got the creator name along with the total video, along with the videos, all the videos, right? List all videos. We was the question that was asked to us. Okay, so I think this is done. Now let's come to the second question. So second question is count total videos per creator. Okay. So let me copy this query. Now, when they say that we have to count total videos per creator, see, whenever we hear this word count, that means count is an aggregate function in SQL, right? And we have to print out, count of total, total number of videos created by all the creators, right? So what we can do is, I think we can keep this query as it is, and let's also add a group by clause here because I need to get the creator name. So let's group by this group by creator name, and because they are asking total count of total videos per creator, so count, and we can take count of video ID, right? So that will, let's alias it up. Let's say count of videos per creator, right? Okay, so I think it is done, right? So we have got the count of videos per creator. So as you can see, like creator one has created 5 videos here. Okay, done. So I'll go to the next question now. The next question is get total comments for a given video. Okay. So again, now we need to deal with comments column. So here, because we were asked to deal with the creator, so that's why we were including the creator table in this query. Now it's about comments, right? So let me copy this query, and because we do not want anything to do with creators now, let's replace this with comments table, right? So before running this query, let me show you the comments table. What do we have there? Okay, so we have the common column is video ID, right? Okay, so I think we can join this comments table with videos on video ID column, right? So let's type video ID here and here as well. Remove this semicolon, and the question is get total comments. Total comments means we can take the sum of what do we say? We can take the sum of comment ID, right? After joining with video ID. Correct? I hope you are understanding it. So what I'm going to simply do is I'll just join the videos table with comments, right? I'll do group by video ID, right? Because for a given video, that's the question, right? So given video means we have to do a group by video ID. Let's give it alias v.video id. Remove this creator name. I need v.video id here, and then count of comment id. Correct? Sorry, it's total comments. Then we have to take sum of comment id. Let's say total underscore comments. Okay, so we have got it. Okay, I ran this select statement also. That's why we got these two data sets here. So let me rerun this query, and we should be seeing one simple data set. Correct. So for this video we had 36 comments in total, right? For this video 93, for this video 4, and blah blah blah, just like that. Okay, so this question is also completed. So let's hop down. Now let's go to question 4. Okay. Okay, so they're asking list videos published in the last 6 months. Okay, let's copy the videos table first. Now let's see how we can do this. Okay, so this is the videos table, and they're asking videos published in the last 6 months. That means, see, this is the published date. So from today we have to go backwards of 6 months, right? And we have to check whether there was any video created or not in the last 6 months. Okay, so how we can do that? Let's figure it out. So there is a function called datat actually. So let's first try to derive the last 6 month value. So today is 22nd of November. So datat month, I have to go 6 months back, right? So -6, and from get date. So let's see what does this give us. Okay, you see, so we have gone back exact 6 months, right? And now they're asking to check what all videos were created after that in the last 6 months, right? So it's fairly simple. See, what we can do here is, let me reopen this query. Let me just pull this down and just apply a where filter here, where publish date, okay, is greater than or equal to. Now keep in mind, once I'll give this function here, this date will actually go like this, right? Okay, and this is how I'm gonna get it. Okay, because actually this I believe this data set does not have any videos from the last 6 months. That's why we do not see any records. Let's verify this. So I think published, let me order by published date descending, and let's see if we have any video from the year 2025 here or not. Okay, so okay, let me give it descending. Okay, so the last video that in this dataset we have is from 2024. That is why we did not see any video here, right? And okay, so let's change this question. Let's try to go last 12 months back, okay, and then we're gonna see. Now even the last video is from August month, right? Here you see August month, and the date even after going 1 year back we are going to November. So that means still this will not give us any video, right? Sorry. Now let's do one thing. Let's go 18 months back. Now this should yield us videos, right? Because now we are in the right time zone. You see, this is working. So because the last video was from 2024 August, and we have went back 18 months. Okay. So rather than hard coding this date value here, directly give this function here, right? And execute. Okay, so we have got 27 rows. Let me change this question to 18 months. Okay, done. Now keep in mind this kind of function is very usually asked in SQL interviews, where the interviewer might ask you to print out all the objects or all the orders or all the payments done in the last 1 year, 12 months, 18 months, like that. So this dated function becomes very crucial there. Okay, let's go to the next question. So the next question is, we have to find videos which are longer than 20 minutes. Okay, so we have already got the video table open here, and longer than 20 minutes, that means we have to play with this duration seconds here, right? So but this is in seconds, right? So that means we have to convert this into minutes also. Am I right? Okay, so how can we convert this into minutes? Let's find out. Let's figure out. Let's start from videos. Either we convert this 20 minutes into seconds, or we convert this duration seconds into minutes. So either way it's going to work for us. For now, let's go with duration. Let's go with converting this 20 minutes into seconds. Now I just need to multiply 60 with it, right? So that means 1200 seconds, right? Just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay guys, so I'm back. So yeah, so as I was mentioning, either we can convert this 20 minutes to seconds, or we can divide this column by 60 to, derive minutes. Anything is fine. So for now, I have gone with the multiplication, and let's figure out. 20 into 60 will be 1200 seconds, and longer than 20 minutes means longer than 1200 seconds, right? So let's execute. Okay, so we have got how many? 182 rows. You see, the duration is more than 1200, correct? Okay, makes sense. So let's go to the next question. Okay, so here what are we asked as, show top 10 videos by total views, aggregate daily views. Okay, so now we have to deal with the views table, right? And again, they're also talking about the videos. So let's see how we can combine both of these tables. Again, I have run select start from videos table, and select, let me also show you the daily views table as well. So again, I see this video ID is a common column here. Okay, and let's think about this. They're asking us to do so top 10 videos by total views. So top 10 videos by total views should be, just wait a second. So total views is this. Okay, so what we can do here is we can join with videos with daily views table, right? Okay, we can join that later also. First calculate the total number of views for a video here from this daily views table. Let's group by, right, group by video ID here, right, and get video ID here, and then take the sum of views, and let's alias it as total views, right? Okay, so this is what we have got. So for, and now we have to get top 10, right? Top 10. So what we can do is, let's order it by total views, sum of views, sorry, in descending, right? Okay, and let's execute this first, see what we get. So we have got these videos. So this was the video which gained most number of views, and now they have asked us top 10, right? So we can simply take top 10 here, right? You see, so these are the videos that see, show top 10 videos by total views, right? That was the question that was asked to us. Just 1 second. Top 10 videos by total views. Okay, so this looks good to me. Now we have got the top 10 videos with total views in descending order. Okay, so now I think we don't really need to join the video, with the table videos here. I thought we need to pull the video name, but there is no need. That's fine. Okay, so this looks good to me. Now there are multiple ways to actually do this question. So some people will actually do this in a CTE. Some people will also use row number for this operation also. Anything is fine. I have actually gone with this top 10 clause and this order by condition. You can also go with, you can also apply some row number condition here, like row number over order by this total views. And then you can take where row number is less than 10. So that also is a fine approach. Okay. So let's go to the next question. So next question is, I think it's fairly simple. Show unique categories. So category was in which, I think it was in videos table, right? The category column. Let's figure it out. Yep, so we have category here, and the question is unique category means we can simply write a distinct clause here and go with distinct category. Okay, so this is what we have got. We have got 7 records. So business, education, entertainment, and news, tech, etc. Okay, done. Let's quickly go to the next question. So the next question that we have is count creators per country. Okay, so per country means this is the creator table, and in the creator table we had all the attributes related to the different creators, and this is the country. So they're asking count of creator per country means per we have to group by country, right? Copy country here, paste it here, and just simply take count of creator ID. Let's say alias it as total creators, or the better name should be number of creators actually. Okay, done. So Australia has 2, India has 2, Singapore has 3, etc. Okay. So let's go to the next question now. We have get average views per video per creator. Okay, so this question sounds interesting to me. Let's figure it out. Get average views. Hold on. Video table. Let me paste here. And because we are dealing with views here, I have to paste the views table also here, and then we can see how we can solve this question. So they're asking us to do get average views per video per creator. Okay, got it. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so as we were discussing about this question now getting average views per video per creator. So what we can do here is, see, we have this daily views table, and inside daily views table we have views column here, and so that means we gotta take average of daily views first. So let's get the average of views group by video ID per video, right? And get the video ID there and get the average of views, right? Let's name it as average views. Execute. Okay, so we have got the average views here, right? Now, because the question is also asking us to show the creator details, we got to join the videos table also. Sorry, because the creator is asking, I mean, to get the creator details also, we need the creator details as well, right? But if I check the creator table, the common column is creator ID here, right? But we do not see the creator ID in this table, right? So let's start from daily views. See, so because we do not have creator ID here, we only have video ID. So that means I'll have to join with the videos table also here to get the creator ID, right? First, videos on, let's say v.video ID, and then we have, let's alias it as dv dot video ID. Okay, and because we have got this now, because this will turn ambiguous, I also need to give alias here also. So let's give it dv dot, and here also let's give dv dot. No issues. Okay, and again I'm gonna go with a group by, sorry, inner join with creator table. Creators, c dot creator ID, right, and v dot creator ID, right? So because, see, ultimately what I've done here is I had to include both of these inner joins to actually get to the creator ID here, right? So I don't really need creator ID, but let's go with creator name. That would make more sense. And because I'm using an aggregate function here, I'll also have to do group by creator name here as well. Let's execute this and see what we get. So you see, we are getting average views per video per creator. Okay. So I hope this is clear. So guys, let me know how this is going until now. Just let me know in the comments if you feel that whatever things that we are solving are quite good. Okay, let's go to the next question. So find videos with zero comments. Okay, interesting. This question is interesting. Okay, so let's go with this question. So they're asking finding videos with zero comments. So I have to deal with videos table here probably. We'll see, and the comments table as well. Let's copy the comments table. Okay. So again, so see, finding videos with zero comments means that means if there is any video which is available in this table, right? So that means when a creator published a video, but nobody commented on it. That means there should be no record in this table. So guys, does it not looking like, I mean, is it not looking like some sort of a left join question where we have to find out the missed out records, right? Am I making sense? What I'm trying to say here is, if there is a video which is created, that means that entry of that video should be present in this videos table, right? But if there is no comment on that table, that means that video ID, right? That video ID will not be available in this comments table, right? I think I am quite clear now. So there are multiple ways to do it. Either I can go with a left join, either I can go with except, either I can go with not in. Anything is fine. So let's first try to go with except, because I have observed that many of you actually have not worked with except much, but I want you to be comfortable with this except clause also and see how it works. See, except what it will do is it will take all the videos from first table, right? And I have to give it works just like union. So you have to give the exact number of columns in both the tables at the top and the below. See, now what it will do is it will check out take all the videos from this videos table, and then in the second clause it will take all the videos from this table. So what it will do is it will give me only those records which are present in this first table and are not present in the second table, and that is what precisely I'm looking, right? So I want to see that record, that video ID which is present here, but since nobody has commented on it, that record should not be here, right? I think it's making sense now. Let's execute and see whether any such record exists. Okay, so we do have. So that means ideally, if for example, let's say we have got 124 records here, and let's take these two records and validate. So ideally, these two video IDs should not exist in comments table, right? Because nobody has commented over them. Let's try to run a select clause and find out. Copy, and then let's say select star where video ID in 1000. Okay, spelling mistake, 1000 and 1003. Okay, you see it's working. Okay, all right. So I think the first part of our video is done here. We have solved all the 10 questions, and just stay tuned and I'll be back with the next part where we'll be solving some aggregations and filtering questions. Okay, so let me just pause my video and come back. Okay guys, so I'm back. Now we will start with the next set of questions, where I told you previously that the next set of questions will primarily be on filters and aggregates. Okay, so let's get started. So the 11th question the next question that we have in front of us is calculating the total impressions and clicks per video. Okay, so you remember this impressions and clicks per video details were present in this daily views table, right? Okay, and okay, my bad, let me go to SQL Server. Okay, so we have this column right here. Just give me one. Okay, so we have impressions and we have clicks here. Now the question is getting total impressions and clicks per video. Okay, so I think this is quite clear now, because they're asking us to get these details per video. Well, we're gonna go group by video ID here. Okay, and then take video ID here in select statement, then take sum of impressions, right? Sum of impressions, let's alias it as total underscore impressions, right? And take sum of clicks, and alias it as total clicks, and execute. Okay, and if we want video ID, video name here, we can join with videos table, alias it as v, and let's give this as dv on v dot video id, dv dot video id, and get the video name here. Okay, because this is we are aliasing, give it dv dot v or dv, anything is fine. I think column name is not video name. Let me see. I think it's title. Okay, the column name is title actually. So let's get title here. Okay. So I think this is it, and this question is solved. Okay, so there is some issue. Videos dot. Okay, because I did not include this in the group by clause actually. That was the problem. Okay, so this is what we have got, right? Total impressions and total clicks. So this is fine. Comment this out. Let's go to the next question. So the next question is compute CTR. So in any online tracking metric, so CTR is a metric where you're actually calculating the clicks. I mean, how many clicks you got per, I mean, in all impressions. So let me show you. See, for example, for this video here, 1122, the total number of impressions were around 24,000 and clicks were around 500, right? So now they're asking us to calculate the CTR. So CTR is nothing but clicks divided by impressions, and keep in mind they're asking us to do it per day. So see, because we have multiple views date here, right? So they are seeking us that we have to calculate this metric per day. So what we can do here is simply just write query it. So let's start from daily views, right? And because they're asking us to do it per day, we have to group by view date here, right? Group by view date. Okay. Take sum. Now keep in mind, because we can have multiple view dates here, right? So we can, I mean, let me check whether we have multiple view dates here. Then we will take sum. Otherwise, if let's say we have single view date, I mean, a unique record with one single view date in this table, then we don't need to do that. Let's check. Let's group by view date. It should be daily views here, and having count star greater than 1. If we have multiple records, then we should take the total impressions and total clicks actually first. Let's go with view date here. Okay, so we do have I mean multiple records with multiple view dates in this table. Okay, that means we'll have to go with total number of clicks and then total number of impressions per day, right? Because we have multiple records for one single day. Sum of impressions, right? First execute this. So this is what we have got, and because we have to calculate the CTR ratio, we have to divide them, right? So sum of clicks divided will be divided by sum of impressions, and this is what we will get. Okay, so we have got divide by 0 error. Now we have to figure out what's the issue here. Wait, so that means somewhere we have got sum of impressions as 0 as well. That means, okay, we'll see. I have to see how come. I mean, I was not expecting sum of division by 0 error. Hold on a second. Let's take a CTE first. Alias it as, let's say, total clicks, and alias this has total impressions. Okay, and let's start from CTE, where total impressions is, let's say, equal to 0. I want to see if there is any such record. Yep, you see, so that means for this day we did not had any. I mean, this data is actually weird. So ideally, if we are seeing some clicks, so we should have some impressions also. So when I created when I took the insert statements, I did not check it out, so that's why we are getting this error. Ideally we should not go get this error actually. So let's do one thing. Let's apply a where filter here. Okay, remove CT because we don't really need it, and apply a where filter before grouping, where let's say total where sum of because we are doing the sum, so it will go in having clause where sum of impressions is greater than 0. So we will only work with this data. So that means we will not get that 0 error, right? Division by 0 error. Okay. So now let's try to divide. We'll see what we get. Okay. So now you'll be wondering, you see we are getting 0 everywhere, right? See, the reason behind that is SQL Server actually by default will do the integer division. If for example I do select 2 divide by 4 here, right, or let's say I do 1 here, let me see, actually I don't recall, yeah. So you see if I do select 1 by 4 here, so ideally the output should have been 0.25, right? But because SQL Server by default will do simple integer division, so it will round off all the all the decimal places. So there is a way for that. We can cast our numerator as float. Float means decimal actually. You see, then SQL Server will understand that okay, we are actually looking to get the float division. We do not simply want the integer division here. So that's what we will do here. We'll cast our numerator as float, right? So that it will show us the exact division results. Okay, so you see we have got this, and just to round it off because this really looks pretty weird, right? So what we can do is we can just round it off, let's say up to 2 decimal places, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, so I think this makes far sense, and this should be CTR ratio actually. So this is our CTR. That means on this day this was the CTR. Better, let's actually take this in percentage. See, I'm actually trying to making sense of this data, right? Yeah, you see, so this was the CTR percent. That means for this on this day, if let's say you got 100 views, so out of 100 impressions, only 2 people clicked on your video. So 2 were the clicks, and out of 100 impressions, like that. Okay, so I think this is far better now. All right. Okay, let's remove this as well. Next question is average watch time per view. So let's start from daily views, and because they're asking average watch time seconds per view, so I think it's fairly simple. We can group. Do we need to group by? I don't think so, because just give me a second, let me think about it. I can do mistakes, let me think about it, because I need video ID here. If I just simply divide watch time seconds divided by total number of views, that means I'm trying to divide this value by this here, so that's gonna give me the average watch time per view, right? Watch time per view, yeah, I think this is it. Correct. This should work actually. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. So I was expecting actually average, taking average here, but because of this data, we already have these columns with us, and so simple division will yield the results for us. Okay, cool. So this is done. Now we have got this daily views trend for a single video. Okay. Now let's see what we can do. Again, let me write a query from daily views table. Okay, because in the question it has been asked to us for a single video, so let's pick some random video ID here. Let's check for this 1147. Okay, let's see. So we'll try to get the daily views trend for this video. So I think this question is also fairly simple. Just apply a where filter here, let's say 1147, and daily views means let's order by view date, right, and we are looking to get video ID, view, views, and the date also, right? View date. Okay, so you see this is the daily view trend also. See, so on 24th of February, so we got 310 views, then this, etc., right? And if you want the video title here, of course you can simply join this daily views table with videos table, and we can get the title also. Okay, something like this. So I'm not going into more detail for this question. I think this is good enough for us. Okay, so let's go to the next question now. Okay, nice. We have got the question as views per category. Okay, so category column, if you remember, was in the videos table, right? So here it is. We have the category column right here with us, and because they're asking us to get the views per category, I need to join with daily views table first. See, because in daily views table we have the video ID with us, right? And based upon this video ID, we can get the category from this table, right? So let's join it out. In a join videos table, alias it as v, alias it as dv on v dot video id equals to dv dot video id, and group by. Now because we have been asked to calculate the views per category, we have to group by category here, right? Category and views will be coming from this daily views table. So we can get category here, and let's say sum of views, right? Right, so these are the total views per category, right? Let's say total views, alias it as. Okay, I hope this is making sense to you, right? So we had 7 categories. Yeah, you remember we wrote that question select distinct category in the first part here. So where is it? Yeah, here it is. So we got 7 categories from here. Now for 7 categories we have got all the views. Okay, and if somebody asks you to get average, we can just simply apply the average aggregate function here. Okay, done. So let's come down. So next question is top 5 videos by watch time per seconds. Okay, again I have to use this daily views table. So top 5 videos per watch time seconds. Now keep in mind, this daily views table can have multiple records for the same video ID, because see, you can watch one video today, the same video today, and you can watch, let's say, the same video tomorrow also. So we have multiple records for the same video IDs here, right? That means multiple views. You remember we just solved that question for that video to calculate the daily trends, right? So here this video was actually watched 6 times, right, on 6 different days. See, 24th, then 20, then 10th of May, then 23rd of August, right? So we have to keep that thing also in mind while solving this specific question. Okay, so they're asking us to get the top 5 videos by watch time seconds. Now let's try to do this by a window function. Okay, so first let's take a group by, because we gotta take group by, and we have to group by video ID, right? Because we have multiple records for the same video ID here, and top 5 watch time seconds is this column. Okay, video ID, take sum of watch time seconds, right? So this is what we have got. Now I can do this by top 10 also. I can do just simple an order by clause here by the sum of watch time seconds, or I can do this by row number also. So let's try to solve this with a row number concept, with the row number logic. Let me grab this around a CTE. Let's take a row number over here, row number over order by, right, sum of watch time seconds and descending, right? And let's alias it as rn, row number. Let's close the CTE here. So let's start from CTE, right? Okay, so this is what we have got. Now we just simply need to take where row number is less than or equals to 10. Okay, so these are the top 10 videos by watch time seconds. So if we want, we can also include the watch time seconds here. It's up to us. Okay, but these are the top 10 videos. And if I want to see the video title, I can simply join the CTE and I'll join with videos v on v dot video id equals to c dot video id and get the title from this table, v.title comma c.rn. I mean, I don't even need to take a row number here also. Just top 10, this rn less than 10 will be good enough for us. Okay, so these are the 10 videos, top 10 videos by watch time seconds. Okay, done. Let's go to the next question. So they're asking us about average likes and dislikes. So for one single video in this table, we have likes column and we have dislikes column as well. So I'm not sure. So if we have a single record for a video ID here, or if we have multiple, ideally there should be single record, but let me be double sure. Let's check it out. Having count star greater than 1. Let's get the video ID from here. Okay, so we do have multiple records. All right. I mean, I was suspecting it, even though I thought that ideally we should be having one single record, but seems to we have multiple records, so we'll have to keep that in mind also. Let me just validate for one single video just by looking at it. So you see we have, okay, I got it. So on multiple days we have recorded multiple likes and dislikes. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have to calculate the average likes and dislikes now, keeping that in mind that we have we can have multiple records for a single video ID here. So while we are grouping by, okay, anyways, that won't bother us in this question. I did not think of this because I can make mistakes. So because we are grouping by video ID here, and anyways, even if we have multiple records, since we'll be taking average of likes and dislikes, it won't matter. My bad. Okay. So I come here, take average of likes, right, and also average of dislikes. Okay, so this is what we have got. Alias, always give a proper alias. Always, never leave the column unattended. Okay, average likes, and let's name it as average of dislikes. Okay, done. So the next question is, I'm moving on to the next question. List videos with more dislikes than likes. Again, it's related to this likes and dislikes question. Let me run a select star from this one. And so they're asking us to do, okay. So what we can do here is, see, again there are multiple ways. Either I can go with a case statement, or I can directly take the sum and just apply that sum clause in that where filter, or I can even go for a CT. Anything is fine. Okay, let's go with a CT. With CT as, so group by, again group by video ID. See, previously we took average. Now this time around we're gonna take the sum of likes and dislikes, right? Okay, let's check it out. Sum of likes. Let's alias it as total likes, and take sum of dislikes also. Copy this. Total dislikes. Okay, there is some, okay, I added this additional comma here. So this is what we will get from CT, and the question is where this column dislikes are more than the likes. So select star from CTE where I've got total dislikes greater than total likes, as simple as that, right? Then, so okay, so this is the video where total number of dislikes were greater than total number of likes. Also, I'd like to do this question with the help of a case statement also. Okay, let's see. I mean, it's quite simple, it's quite similar, just another way to write it actually. So let me think how I can do with a case statement. What we can do is, because we are already grouping by, remove this alias thing, case when sum of likes is greater than sum of dislikes, right? Then 1, right? Else 0 and alias it. Let's say like dislike flag. First execute this. What we get here? I want to see. See, now like dislike flag will be 0 for those videos where the dislikes are greater than likes, right? So the simple thing that we gotta do now is select star from where like dislike flag. So like dislike flag is equal to 0, right? So we should be getting the same video that we got previously. Okay, I have to alias this inner subquery as well. So we have got that video, right? 1143 was that video. Okay, fine. So in SQL you can have multiple ways to do the same question. Okay. So now coming to the next question, again they're asking us to do videos where average view duration is actually less than 20% of the total video duration. Okay. So let's select star from daily views table. Okay. So daily views table is this, and they are asking us to do average view duration here. Of course we have here as this, right? And duration watch time in seconds. Just my bad, it will be from videos table actually. Wait, I got confused. Hold on. So our duration is actually here, and okay. So duration is in present in is in I mean it is present in videos table, and average view duration of course is present in daily views table, right? Let's figure it out. So average view duration here, it's available with us. And since I think we also need to keep in mind here in daily views table, we can have more than one record for one single video, right? So that means probably first we should take the total average. I mean, right? Because we can have multiple records in this table for a single video. So group by video ID, right? Take the take the video ID here, and then take average of this average view duration seconds, so that if we have multiple records for one single video, so that will also be captured in this average view duration that we are again calculating, right? Let's figure it out. So this is what we have got. Okay, now we got to calculate. Okay, now we have to join with views table. Okay, and not join views table videos table on okay, alias it as v dot video id, right, is equal to dv dot video id, because see the total duration is actually present in this table, right? Alias it as dv. So that's why I need to join with videos table here. Dv dot ungroup by dv dot, that is fine. And now we have to get that column also that I needed. What I've done. So the column here is duration in seconds, I guess. Duration seconds. Let's get that column here also. And also because I'm grouping by, duration seconds will always be identical, will always be unique for a single video. So I can actually include that in group by. Understand? I hope you're able to understand this, because I'm joining with videos table here and I do need the duration seconds column here. So I'll have to put that in the group by column clause as well, right? Okay, let's figure it out. Even I have to see whether what we are doing is correct or not. Okay, no issues. We'll figure out. So I've got this here. So we have got 216 records, correct, because it will always be unique for one single video. That's why it doesn't matter even if I'm including this in group by clause. Now we have to take 20% of duration, right? Okay, let's find out. So 20% of duration will be 0.2 into this. Am I right? Alias it. Now let's alias it. Wait. As average, let's say average watch duration. Okay, this is as let's say 20% duration, set duration underscore. Now there are multiple, even there are simpler ways to do it. I can do this in much shorter code as well, but just for the sake of understanding, for the sake of simplicity, I'm going with this approach, right? Now where average view duration was less than this, so I think it's quite clear now. Now just take a less than this, open up a bracket here. Now let's see whether this is working or not. We'll figure out. Okay, so that means this is not working here. I think I should take this in a where clause. I did a mistake here. Okay, no issues. So let's then go with the where clause here, or better go with the CT here also, because either I'll have to take the where clause then aggregate function here also, here itself. Okay, no problems. I'm so sorry. There is something even I'm getting confused in this question. Okay, just give me a second. I think I cannot include an aggregate function here. Ah, my bad. What am I thinking? My bad. I was actually trying to do this in the same query. So that is where initially I tried to do this directly here. I was actually thinking to apply case statement here when I went, I mean this with this clause, when I wrote this clause directly in the select statement. So I was thinking about case, and then I again changed my mind because I wanted to actually try to do this in one single query. I did not want to go with CTA approach here. Okay, let's see if it works now. Okay, finally it has worked. Voila. Okay, and then next time when I went here, instead of using, I mean applying this filter in the having clause, I went with the where clause here. I can make mistakes, no issues. So even I got confused. So this is how SQL is. Even seasoned SQL champions will always, there will always be basic things that will at times you will get confused. That is absolutely fine, no problems. Okay, so let's go to the next question now. We have, the question is videos that gained and that more than 1K views in a one single day. Okay, so I think this is fairly simple. Let's go with daily views table. Okay, and in the daily views table we are supposed to calculate videos that gain more than one view. So this is the views column. Let me think about it. So how we can do this? If we apply directly a where filter here, because I don't think that we have to do any sort of grouping here. I highly doubt it, because we have got the views column with us, and anyways we have got this data on day-to-day basis, right? So this is so the granularity of the data is day by day here, right? So I don't think that we'll do need to do any sort of grouping here. It's simply where we can check, like where views are greater than 1,000, right? And we can get the view date and video ID. I think that's it, right? So that is what has been asked to us, right? Videos that gain more than 1K views in one single day. So just get the video ID here, come on. Okay, I think this is it. So I think so there were 426, and there is one more thing here actually. Okay, because we cannot do a group by, because they're asking in one single day, right? So that's why, so there can be multiple records for the same video ID here. See, what if there is a video that gained 1000 views on multiple days, right? So yeah, in my opinion, this query looks good to me. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys learned something from this until now. So let's take a short break and then we will continue with the next part. Okay, sure. So I'll be right back. Okay, so guys, welcome back. Okay, so I think previously we wrapped up with part 2, and the last question that we solved was this videos that gain more than 1K views in a day. Now coming back to the next set of questions. Now this set of questions, you might feel that the kind of complexity will increase for, the questions that we did previously. So the questions that now we're gonna do, the complexity level will increase little bit. Okay, so let's get started. So now the question that we have in front of us is, for each creator we gotta find total revenue, ad plus subscription plus other. So let's query the revenue table. Okay. Okay, so we have video ID here. We do not have creator ID column here, and we have these three columns, right? Ad revenue, subscription revenue plus other revenue. Okay, so that means because we need to get for each creator, we have to first join this with videos, because we have to reach to the creator table, right? Alias it as R. Okay, on R dot video ID and then V dot video ID. Okay, again I'll have to do one inner join with creators table, right? C on C dot creator ID and V dot creator ID. So this is what we're gonna get. So that means a single creator will have multiple videos, right? That means what we can do is we can group by creator ID here, group by C dot creator ID, right? And they're asking us total revenue, right? So that means ad, subscription plus other revenue, and that too because a creator will have multiple videos, right? So then that means we'll have to take sum of all these three. I'll show you what I'm gonna say. So let's first do one thing. Let's first add up ad revenue plus subscription revenue plus other revenue. Okay, and then take some of this. I hope I'm being clear. So what I'm trying to do is, see, for one single video I'm calculating the total revenue, that is ad plus subscription plus other. Then because one creator might have multiple video IDs, right? So then that means we have been asked total revenue. That means I have to take some of this, right? And here we can just go with creator ID or creator name. So if you're going with creator name here, also we'll have to put that in group by clause, right? Okay, so let's execute this. Okay, so this is the total revenue that all the creators generated. Alias it, always alias it as total revenue. Okay, so this is done. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so this is interesting. Now see, this is a really nice question. I did check it out previously before showing it to you guys. So for each video we have to calculate the last 7-day rolling average views. Okay, let's see what does this mean. See, whenever we talk about rolling average, see, there can be a, see, okay, well, we have got this table daily views, right? Now there can be a scenario. Now a video might span a video might span views on multiple days, right? So for example, if there is a video on YouTube, if that was published 1 month back, so there will be like, you will be having views for all the days, right? But in the question they are only asking us the average views of the last 7 days. If let's say a video today is 22nd of November, right? If let's say a video was published, let's say in 1st of October, right? So since 1st of October to today to 22nd of November, so people must have watched that video on multiple days, right? But still we have to find out a way that we only get the average of views from the last 7 days. Now when I say last 7-day rolling average views, last 7 days does not necessarily means like last week. Like for example, today is 22nd, so from last Saturday to today. That is not the case. No. So last 7-day rolling average would mean is, if let's say somebody watched this video ID 1122, let's say on 20th, right? So for that video, the 7th day will become 20th, right? If let's say this video 1122 before 20th was watched on 18th, right? So we have to calculate the average of this from 20th, from 18th, then 17th, and whatever till the last 7 days the video was watched on those specific days. I'm repeating, it is not about calendar week. No, this question is not about calendars last week. No, this question is about every specific video that was watched in the last 7 times. Now when I say last seven times, it can be on any day whatsoever. It can be like 2 days apart, it can be 3 days apart, it can be even a month apart, right? So we have to take that in mind. Okay, so that means when I say that this question is not about calendar week, That means we cannot apply a data function. Initially I also thought that we can simply go with, let's say, a data function wherein we will just in total go 7 days back, something like this. Data week minus 7, sorry, days minus 7 and get date. Even I also thought like this, but no, this is not this question. No, they're asking us last 7 days. Now we have to keep in mind that a video can be watched on any day, right? So that means if, let's say, this video was watched on, for example, 2024, 27th of March 2024. Now it may be possible that this was the last time this video was watched, right? Now if we will go with data approach here, we will never be able to get this record, right? This record will get missed because we are already in the year 2025. So, and what if this video was last watched on this day? That means this record should be included in our last 7-day rolling average. Okay, I hope I'm able to, complete my point and you are able to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now what we can do is, there is a concept of preceding. So whenever we take some sort of partition, because anyways I have to calculate the last 7-day average, so it is quite clear. I have to do a partition by video ID and then I have to take the average of views, right? But the catch here is about how do we get to this last 7-day logic, right? So there is some concept of in SQL Server called preceding row, right? Preceding. And so what we can do here is, I'll show you. So let me just quickly go with average. We need to get average of views. Now pay attention here, over partition by video ID, because they're asking us for each video ID. I have to do a partition by video ID here, right? And order by view date, right? Now there is this concept rows between. Actually I need to remember the syntax. I did write the syntax somewhere. Yeah, I already practiced this question so that when I show to you guys I should not do any mistake actually. Okay, rows between. Yeah, so this is really interesting, guys. Now pay attention here. What I'm doing here is, see, rows between 6 preceding and current row. Okay, now what this will do is, whatever row we will have, it will go back from that row to the last six rows for that specific video, right? So that's what we wanted. I told you, right, this question is not about calendars last week. So whenever that video was watched from the last 7 times, I want to get those rows and then take average of their views, right? Those 7 records for a specific video. Okay, see, actually I already wrote the query beforehand for this, only for this question, because even I had to see it through whether this is correct or not. Okay, so let's okay, so I'm ordering by, and let's try to execute this. So this is working. Let's remove all the unnecessary columns here. Let's only keep video ID, view date, right? And also get the views here. I want to show this to you guys. Order by, let's take a order by video ID and then view date. So you see, for example, you see this video ID 1000, right? So see, this has only been watched couple of times, right? We only have got 2 records for this video. Now I hope I'm able to make sense. That's why I was mentioning that this question is not about calendars last week. See, that means this video was watched on this 17th of October, right? Okay, and see, and before that, first it was watched on 4th of April. So for 4th of April, the total number of views was 1621. So that's what we have got as average. Now when we have got to the second record, because we do not have, this video was not watched more than 2 times. What the function has done here is, it has taken average of both of these, right, as 1553. So this is fine. This is absolutely fine. So this will actually become the last 7-day rolling average. But in this case, for this video, it's actually last 2-day rolling average. Okay, let's look at more examples. Wait, I'll show you. Let's try to see if any video which was watched. Yeah, see this video here, 1012. Okay, this is interesting. Now if you see, initially, see, this video's average here has been taken as 690, and then rolling average So SQL is actually calculating average on day by day. So for last 7, that means this, if you see this average is different, that means this video was watched before this date also actually. Okay, so this average 690 is being calculated for all the rows before this 14th of July. So, and because last 7 days, 1 second, okay, all right. So we have got this average here, and then function will calculate the rolling average of these two like this, then these three like this, and then these four like this. So something like that. Okay. I hope I'm making sense. So that's how you actually calculate the rolling average. Okay. Okay. All right. So anyways, I will be giving you this solutions also. Okay, I will attach them in some Google Drive link, and from there also you can get this query, and you can spend some time in understanding it. Okay, I'll try to move on to the next question. Okay, so the next question that has been asked to us is top performing video per creator by revenue. Okay, select star from, first of all I have to go with revenue table here. Let's write up the revenue table query. We have got it. Again, because they're asking per creator, I have to join with videos table. Okay, I should have that query with me already. Revenue creators. Let's copy this query. Okay, so top performing video per creator by revenue. That means they're asking that which video per creator got the most revenue actually. Okay, so in revenue table, I'm not sure if we have multiple records here. Let's figure out first. So let's start from revenue, group by video ID, having count star is greater than 1. Okay, so we do have more than one record. That means we have to take probably the sum from revenue table. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's first do a simple group by I'll do a group by video ID from revenue r dot video ID, and let's take sum of ad revenue plus subscription revenue the spelling will always trouble me. Okay, subscription revenue plus other revenue, right? Come on, yaar. Okay, total revenue. Subscription, there is something wrong with the spelling as usual with me. I'm very bad at spellings. I apologize. Okay, so let's do this group by, and let's get the video ID here. Okay, so see what this query will do for now with us is it's going to give us the revenue per video, right? Now we have to join, we also need to get the creator ID here, right? But let me think, because they are asking us the top performing video by revenue, right? So that means we have to order. Okay, anyways, we'll need the creator ID here at any cost. Creator name, let's go with creator name, that would make more sense. And let's get the creator name here and break this query. Okay, execute. Okay, so we have got creator 1, and now we got our order by, right? We got to order by. So let's do one thing. Let's take an order by right here, row number over. Even there is one more way actually. So either we can do by this way also, and also we can actually go by partition also. Let me think, because once we have got this, we can actually go by partition of creator ID also. Let's try it out. Partition by creator ID, c dot creator ID. See, I mean, always there will be much simpler ways to do this. The reason I am actually, you might feel this quite complex, because I'm actually trying not to go with multiple queries. I'm trying to do the entire solution in one single query. I'm habitual to that. Okay, partition by c dot creator ID, and we're gonna do this order by. Let's see. I'm not sure whether this will work or not. I'm just doing some hit and trial. It's okay. That's how we learn. That's how we actually learn by exploring multiple things. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's hope it works. No, it has not worked because because I have pulled this creator ID here. Then do a partition by creator name here. Okay, it has worked. Voila. So what I've done here is I've actually gotten the I've actually got the rank also, right? Because that's what we need here. And then we can simply wrap this query in a CT, okay, and just take the total revenue as the rank as 1, right? It should not be total revenue, it should be total revenue rank actually. Okay, that's far better. So it's pretty simple. Now just go with select star from CTE, right? Where total revenue rank should be 1, right? So that will be top performing video as per the revenue for every creator. What do we have? You see, so these are the, so we have got, we initially had 20 creators, right? So we have got their top performing videos. Done. Simple. Now what is this video comment sentiment breakdown? Even I have to understand this question. I did not look at it in prior. Video comment sentiment breakdown. Let me see. So let's start from comments. So I do remember there was a column for sentiment actually for a video. Okay, I'll come back to this question at a later point. For now, let's skip it because I have to understand what exactly is being asked in this question. Okay, I'll look into it. All right. Okay, voila. So we have got this question. You remember previously we had some question where we were calculating, I think CTR, where we were doing the division between clicks and impressions, and there we encountered this division by zero error, right? So okay, so we have got a question already where impressions, impressions, but there is zero clicks. Sorry. So there were impressions were there. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm getting confused. In that question, I think we had. Let me go back to that question. One second. One second. Yeah. We have. So the question, So the problem was with actually impressions. So we did have had some clicks, but impressions were zero. So that is a data issue. So it has been recognized that we have already got a question. Videos with impressions 0, but okay, this is inverse actually. So it should be videos with impression 0 but clicks actually. Okay, let's see how we can do. So let's start from, it should be in daily views, right? Well, we'll figure out. I think this question, I think I have got this question wrong. This should be videos with 0 impressions but with more than 0 clicks actually. Okay, we'll figure out. So they're asking us to find those videos actually, those weird videos where we have some data issue. Okay, so let's see. So first let's do a random hit and trial. Do we have impression 0 records? Yes, we have got 20 records, and you see for these we have some clicks also. So this is a possible data issue, right? Okay, and let's check if we have some clicks also 0. No, clicks can be 0. Clicks can absolutely be 0. Okay, so that means this question should be videos with 0 impressions but with more than 0 clicks actually. So this is data issue. So it's actually this question, the solution to this question is quite simple because we already know now that there is some problem with this data for few records. But this is good from the point of understanding your data actually. See, even if you're working on any project in your companies, it's always the best way if you want to, let's say, build some dependency in your project, or you want to you want to know your project or your application end to end. You should always know what kind of data you're getting. So you should be in a position where you know that okay, this column is coming from this source. So if you have this stored procedure here, or if you have this SQL code here, what is the objective, right? So you should understand your data, you should understand your database schema end to end, right? Okay, so that will really help you in the long run if you want to reach up to, let's say, some data architect level. Okay, so anyways, so I think this is the solution for this, videos with 0 impressions but with more than 0 or 0 clicks. Yeah, so this is a possible data issue. Okay, so here we have got video ID. Guys, I'm actually I'm intentionally skipping the join between videos here, because ideally we should get the video name, but I'm not going with that join. You can simply do one inner join with daily views table if you want to get the video title also. Okay, all right. Let's quickly go to the next question. We have list videos and their peak daily views date. Okay, okay. Let's see. So their peak daily views date means, see, now what they're asking us to do is, because we already know that in this daily views table, we can have multiple records for one single video. That means a video can be watched on multiple days. So that means we will be having multiple view dates for few of the videos, video IDs here. Now they're asking us their peak daily views rate. That means, simply see, this question is very simple. We just have to get that date for each video where the number of views were highest, right? Am I clear? Okay. So now again there are multiple ways to do this. Let's go with okay, let's go with window function. Row number over partition by video ID, right? Because I want to check for every video, and order by video ID, and it should be view date also, right? And then order by, we're gonna, let me think. So in partition by we should be having only video ID. Okay, we should be having video ID and order by views actually. In descending, let me think about it. I'm actually getting confused here. No issues. I can also get confused, no problems. So okay, we'll figure out. So for this video, okay, this video was watched only couple of times. The views were 1621, and we should be getting row number 1 here. Correct. So that means this should not be in group by, order by views descending. Correct. Date will not be in group by. That's why I was thinking multiple times about it. I felt that this should not be there, but I still went for it just to check. Okay, so this is fine, right? Now you see, for this video 1621 were the highest views, and we have got the rank as 1 for that, right? Okay, so simple, pretty simple. With CT as, okay, alias this row number as RN, okay. So we have got this. All right, cool. Okay, what have I done? There is some pop-up on my screen. Just bear with me for a second. What is this pop-up? I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back now, and I'll go to the next question now. So they're asking again, show creators who published more than 10 videos, right? So select star from videos, because you remember in the videos table we are having the creator ID with us. So join with creators, C dot video ID, oh sorry, creator ID, and V dot creator ID, right? Okay, and we gotta do a group by what? C dot creator ID having, right? Because they're asking us all those creators who published more than 10 videos, right? Okay, having, let's do a group by creator name, because so that I can get this creator name in my select clause as well, right? Okay, creator name having count of v dot video ID greater than 10, correct? Okay, so we have 8 creators who published more than 10 videos. Okay, let's go with the next question. Okay, So the next question is videos with multiple high spike days. So we need previously, we actually solved a question where we were asked to find out there was some question for that spike actually, where we decided that 1000 views, more than 1000 views will be considered as a spike. Let me search it out. Just one sec. It's not there. I was expecting it to be in this window. Let's see if we saw. Okay, no, it's not here also. That is quite weird. Okay, let it be. No issues. Let's not waste time in trying to find that question. Okay, so videos with multiple high spike days. Let's assume that 1K views in a day is a high spike day. Okay, simple. So 1K views in a day is a high spike day. Okay, let's try to work on this question then. So let's start from daily views. Let's see how we can tackle this. So we have got daily views here. We have got the views column here as well. What we can do here is, let me think about it. If I go 1K views in a, okay, we have to go where we have okay, got it. So where we can go with this approach also, where views is greater than 1000, right? Let me think about it. So that means this will give us all those videos where we had where the views were more than 1000. Now see, the simple thing that we need to do here is we just need to do a group by, right? And we need to see if there is any video that has more than one record here, right? So that will be videos with multiple high spike days, correct? Okay, multiple means more than one high spike day, right? So that means if any video which is having more than one record here, that is our candidate for this query, right? Okay, so we just simply do a group by video ID having count of star greater than 1, that's it, and just get the video ID column here. So we have these videos. Let's go with distinct. Okay, so we have these videos that has got multiple spike days, and I can do one more thing here that I'm thinking actually. So I'm just wondering that we have applied this where filter here. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, cool. So the next question is find videos with payments revenue but zero views. Okay, again a data mismatch issue, and we have to find those faulty records. So select star from revenue. So they're asking if any video that has got, see, inevitably the question that has become, again this question is to find mismatched records, right? See, always only the question framing will be different. This question is actually quite similar to finding the mismatched records. That means any record that is present in revenue table, any video ID that is present in revenue table but not present in the views table, that will be the candidate for our output in this question actually. So let's try to go with a not in condition this time. So let's start from daily views, right? Select distinct video ID. Now where video ID not in, right? Select distinct video ID. Let's think about our condition. So what we are trying to do here, any video that is present in revenue table but not present in views table, correct? That is the solution for this. Oh, so we do have some issues. That means for both of these videos, let's validate. That means we should not have any views for both of these videos, right? So that means this record should not be present here, and they should have some revenue in revenues table. Okay, you see, we don't have any record for these tables, but in revenue table these tables should have some revenue. These records actually should have some revenue with them. Yep, we do have. So this is again data mismatch issue, but yeah, the solution is this, correct? So the next is creator wise average CTR. Okay, I hope you remember CTR was. So CTR is nothing but clicks divided by impressions, as simple as that in layman language. Okay, so CTR, actually CTR is nothing but the full form is click through ratio. Okay, all right. So they're asking creator wise average CTR. Now CTR we will get from daily views first. Let's write the query from daily views, and then we have to take average. We'll take it up. We will take it up for sure, right? Okay, so let's do one thing, because we will have multiple videos here. Do a group by video ID and take the sum of, it's the same question that we did previously. We already wrote the query also. Let me copy that query. We did, yeah, we have already got the query here. Let's copy this up and paste it just to save our time. So this video will anyways give us the CTR, and we don't have to do group by view date now. We have to group by video ID here, because I want to see the CTR per video ID. Okay, I have got half screen for some reason. Just 1 second. Okay. So from here, okay, I got the percentage also, no issues. So from here, what we have got is, let me see, but they're asking creator wise average of CTR. So that means this should be, let me think about it. We should be grouping by the creator here also, right? Because a creator will have multiple videos. Let me think. So let's do one inner join with videos first to reach to the creator ID. V on v dot video ID is equal to your dv dot video ID. Okay, and then again one more inner join with creators table, c dot creator ID. Let's go with creator name and v dot, because I have to join with creator ID, my bad, v dot creator ID. So that's what we have got until now, and because they're asking us to go with, yeah, okay, my bad. We should not group by video ID here, because they're asking per creator, right? So we should be simply grouping by creator name here and then get the creator name here. Correct, I got it now, my bad. This is fine, and then just take the average of this. I'll show you. So just 1 second. I hold on, this should be, round is round and all is fine. I have taken the F. What I'm doing here is, cannot perform an aggregate function on an expression containing or aggregate. So the problem here is, I've already taken the sum here actually. That's why it's treating sum as aggregate function. Wait a second. Because why am I doing sum here? Let me think. I think we did this previously, because in daily views table, just bear with me guys, I am trying to think this question through. Because in daily views table we had multiple records, right, for a video. So that's why I was thinking to do sum here, but since we have to calculate the average per creator, that is fine. I'm thinking whether I should directly go with because per video, see, think like this, if I join with this with creator ID table, we're just gonna get one more creator ID column here. Then per creator, I don't have to do a group by video ID, correct, because I have to go with creator. Then that means I don't have to go with sum here also, right, because per a creator will have multiple videos, right? A creator will have multiple videos, and it will, the average function will take the average of entire thing. So if I do clicks divided by impressions, okay, so the problem was with sum function here. I should not take sum here. Okay, wait, let's remove round function. Let's try to remove unnecessary functions for now. Let's see what do we get then. Okay, cast clicks as foo and remove this also. Okay, remove this also, and then take average of this. So this will be my average CTR per creator, right? Again divide by 0 issue and counted, even though having where where impressions is greater than 0, because since we are not grouping by now, then this creator here, we should go with this. So this is what we have got. So this is the CTR per creator actually. Okay, yeah, I hope I was clear. Even it took me some time also to understand this question sometimes, because the reason I actually got confused in this question was because we have multiple records for a single video in this daily views table. So that's where I was actually thinking. I was having couple of minds. I was thinking in two different minds, that either I take the sum first and then take the average, or either I just simply go with clicks. So either I simply go with the clicks division by impressions. That's why I was thinking. It took me some time to debug this. Okay, so I think this part is also over, and then I'll see you soon with the next part. Okay, please stay tuned. Okay guys, so I'm back with the fourth part of our video, and now we will be going through the questions 31 to 39, where we will be discussing about most functions are window functions and based on ranking actually. Okay, so let's get started. So let me just copy all the table names once from here. Okay, and let's get started. Okay, so the first question that we have been asked is rank videos by total views within each category. Okay, so how we can solve this is, first let's go with the videos table. Just wait a second. Okay, now because we have got all the views in daily views table, so let's start from this table and let's see how we can do this question, right? So they're asking rank videos by total views. See, because any one single video can have multiple records here, right? So that means we will have to first take the sum of views, right? Okay, let's just first take a group by video ID, right? And then take video ID from here. Also take the sum of views. So this will become now my total views. Let's alias it as views itself. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Okay, so we have got the total views for each video, right? And now we have to do the ranking based within each category, right? So that means now I want to get the category, right, for these views. Okay, so now let's do one inner join with videos, because in the videos table we are having the category column, right? Inner join with videos, v on, let's say v dot video id, and let's alias daily views as dv equal to dv dot video id. Okay, and this is showing ambiguous, so let's take dv dot, and here also dv dot. Okay, and because now I need this what did I say, category. Yeah, so category will come from which table? Video table, v dot category, and also get that in select. Just we will see what are we getting first. Okay, let's add it up here. Okay, no issues. Okay, so this is what we have got, right? So we have got the category of each video here, right? And we already did the sum of the views for all the videos. Now we need to do ranking, right? So how we can do ranking here? So just simply take a row number, right, over partition by, we need category, partition by, just 1 second, my system has hanged for some reason. Okay. So partition by category. Okay, my system is acting slow. I'm not sure. All of a sudden, what's happening? Okay, so partition by v of category and order by sum of views, and let's take the order as, let's say, descending. Okay, descending. Cool. Let's name it as row number. Okay, remove this alias and let's try to execute this just to see whether this is working or not. Okay, okay, yeah. So it seems it is working, right? So see, for business, this is the video. I mean, this is the video that got most number of views. Okay, and then for I mean the business second video is this one. I think we should try to get the views column here also. Let's also get the views so that we will understand what's happening exactly, right? As views. Okay, right? Yeah. So I think this will be much clear now. So the video, I mean in this category business, which had the most number of views, is at the top. Then the subsequent, like the video with 17,000 views and like that. So this is for business. If we go down, we should see all the other categories as well. So now we have got education, right? Yeah, yeah. Let me expand it. Yeah, so this is working. Okay, and if we want the video title, we can just do one more. I mean, we can also pull the what do we say, title here. So rather than grouping by video ID, we can also add title here. That's not a problem actually. We can easily do it like this. Okay, and this should work. Voila, so this is working, right? We have got the video ID as well, and then video's title, and then its specific ranking based on the category by views. Okay, so this is done. So let's go for the next question now. The next question is running total of views per video. Okay, nice. So let's start from daily views first. Now they're asking running total. Running total means we have to take sum. And because as you already know, a video can have multiple records here on which it was, I mean multiple records with multiple view dates, right? So based upon that we have to calculate running sum of this column, right? So it's very simple, but keep in mind this question of running sum, this is like very routinely asked in SQL interviews. So usually you should expect a similar question of running sum or running average, right? So something like that you should expect in a SQL interview. So please pay attention to this question. Okay, so sum of views, right, and over, because it's asking per video, then we have to go with partition by video ID, right? And be very careful with this order by close. So because we want running sum, we have to provide order by close. See, think like this. Running sum is like, if let's say you have got 10 records, right, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 9 10, and you have to calculate running sum of all those columns. So what we can do is, you will always have to give order by. When the running sum will start, the logic will start, it will go one by one. So like the first record, it will take the sum as 1, then 1 plus 2 3, then 1 plus 2 plus 3, right, 6, then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, whatever the sum is, like that. So that is how the running sum works. So that's why we always need to provide one order by close here. Okay, so anyways, let's go with order by should be view date, right? You did, and let's take this column before star actually, because I want to see the value. I'm not sure what happened to my system. It's still getting slow. Okay, so you see, for this video, for example, you see the first, the total number of views for the first view date was 1621. That is what we have got. After that, what SQL has done is it has added up both of these views, right? 1620 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1486 is total is 3107. Similarly, for this video 1001, because it was only watched one time, so we have got the same value 1356 here and 1356 as the running sum as well, right? And if I come down, for example, to this video ID 1002, so it was first viewed on this date, so we have got that same number 1413 as running views, and after that it has again added up 1413 plus 272. So let me show you one more example of this video called video ID 1019, which has multiple records. Just bear with me. Yeah, so you see for video ID 1019, it was viewed on I think 10 different dates, right? Yeah, so if you see the running sum here very carefully here, see it was first viewed on this date 20th of January. So that's what we have got in running sum. After that, what SQL has done is it has added up both of these values and printed it here. After that, this plus this is equal to this. After that, this plus 1259 plus 1967 should be this, right? So that is how we calculate running sum. Okay, I hope I was able to make sense, right? Okay, let's always alias it. Let's say running total views. Okay, so this is done. Now let's come to the next question. Let me comment the question statement for consistency and clarity. So now they're asking monthly growth rate of views for each video. So this is a nice question, guys. Here we will be using lag. See, now what they're asking is, they're asking us monthly growth rate. So okay, I will show you. I'll show you. Hold on. This is an interesting question. So this is a really nice question. So if you are aware about the lag concept, well and good. If you are not, then this question will actually teach you a lot. How do we deal whenever we need to calculate, let's say, monthly sales percentage or monthly sales growth, right? Month by month basis. So that is where this lag and lead function become very, very handy. Okay. So please pay attention to this question. We have got this table, right? And they're asking monthly growth rate of views. Now also there is one more scenario here. So there might be a scenario where a video is watched in the same month, maybe more than once, right? So that means at first what we need to do is we need to probably group by month of view date, right? And then take the sum of views, so that ultimately we should be able to aggregate, right? Total number of views for each video by month, right? And then we will apply the lag logic to calculate the month by month growth percentage. Okay, now growth can either be positive or it can be negative, right? So we'll figure out. So we are doing group by month of view date. Okay, and let's get month here as well, month. And because I also do, I need to group by video ID here. Let me think. Yes, I should be grouping by video ID here as well, correct, because I need to do that for each video, right? Okay, so paste it here, and now I need to take sum of views as views, right? So let's calculate. Okay, you see, so we have got this. So now what will happen is, if any video was watched multiple times in the same month, now we have just added up the views directly, right? And now we'll try to go for the, what did we say? Now we'll try to go with this monthly lag function, right? So let me think about it now. How can we apply the lag function here? So let's alias it as month, right? And let's take this in a CTE. Okay. Okay, so we have got this now. Let me first apply this select star from CTE. Let's run this first. Okay, now let's go with lag function. Now I'll show you lag. Now we need to take lag of views, right, for the previous month. I'll show you lag of views over partition by video ID and order by month, right? See what have we got here, we will understand. So you see, for this video ID, it was initially watched in the month 4. So that's why, because there is no previous value to this, that's where we have got null here. And but when we come down to the video ID 1000, when it was watched the second time in the month of October, you see month 10 here. So the previous month views was 1621, right? Now if we have to calculate the growth, what we will simply do is, see this column minus this column divided by this column. So that means, if I have to say simply, this lag column minus views divided by views, right? So that will give me the monthly growth rate percentage, right? If we multiply that difference by 100, then we will get the percentage, like growth percentage, right? Okay. And also there is a problem here, you see. So whenever the video was watched for the very first time, because there is no prior record involved here for the first record, we will always get this value as null. So just to format it, in lag itself we can directly give a parameter here. So wherever it will be null, it will directly update with that value that we provide here. So lag value is (1, 0). Now what 1 is here? 1 is the step function here. So because we want the lag function to only go one record back, mean to say 1 month back here. If let's say if I give 2 here or 3 here or 4 here, so what this lag function will do is, when it will come to this record, for example, it will take all the previous 4 records, all the previous 3 records, including this record. Okay. But in this question, since I want to get the month by month percentage, I have to only go one record back. Okay, so that's why I will give 1 here, and 0 is the value that will be updated instead of null. Okay, so lag functions gives us this sort of flexibility. So now let's see what do we get. Okay, so you see we have got, and let's alias it as previous month views, right? So this is crucial for our calculation for the monthly growth rate. Okay, lag must have an order by close. Did I not? Okay, my bad. So I aliased it at wrong place. Okay, I can make mistakes as I mentioned previously. Hold on. Okay, so here we have got, right. So we have replaced the null value successfully with 0. Now, as I told you previously, to calculate the growth rate percentage, we have to subtract this column from this, right? So let's do that. So rather than taking additional CT, let's try to do that calculation right here. I'll keep this column as well for sake of clarity, and we have to use this column minus views, right? Take a bracket here, and division by views, right? And already just take the cast as float here to, so that we do not get that integer division. Otherwise we will get every value as 0, because SQL by default will do the integer division. Okay, let's see what do we get for now. Okay, so you see this is fine, right? For example, now for this month the initial views was 1621. Now after that the number of views dropped to 1486. So there was a 9% drop, right? Okay, oh sorry, my bad, I apologize. So there was a 9% increase. So we are comparing 1486 to 1621. And similarly, if you see for this example, for the first month the total number of views was 272. So just one sec. Yeah, so because we are comparing with the previous month, now the total number of views have actually just one second. I think I'm doing a mistake here, because the views have actually increased. Just one second. So when we are subtracting 1413 minus 272, yes, there will be, just one second. Have I done the inverse way? Just one second. Just let me think about it. Okay guys, so coming back, my apologies. I was actually, when we were doing this question, I realized that I was doing a mistake here. So I revisited my logic. So just for the sake of time, I paused my video and then actually checked out my logic, and I got to know that this division here, that was the culprit actually. So this was where I was actually doing mistake. So because we are doing the month by month comparison, I have to, because we are comparing my previous month, so I have to go the logic. See, division subtraction logic is good. Views, I mean this month new views minus previous month views, and I have to divide by previous month views here, not the current month views. So that is where I was getting the calculation issues. So either I can directly put this whole thing lag here, or better, let's take one more CT now. I was initially trying to avoid another CT, but since I see that we have to copy this big lag function, so I'm thinking to go with another CT here. Let's add a comma, CT1 as, for now we can comment this out. Okay, no issues. And just a second, just close the bracket here, and let's go with select star from CT1, and now we will do our monthly calculation, no problems. Okay, so this is what we have got, right? Previous month views. And there is one more thing that I'm thinking, because when we will be dividing by previous month views, we are bound to get the division by 0 error, right? Because I initially thought that I have to, divide by this column views here. But now since I know that I have to divide by previous month views, I'll have to take care of this as well, right? So for now, I'm removing this 0. Let's keep it as null for now. Later we'll try to figure out how we can handle that. Okay, so this is what we have got as expected. Now let's calculate the growth percentage. Okay, so it should be views minus, my bad, views minus previous month views, right, and division by previous month views. Take a bracket here. Also cast it as float so that we do not get that 0. Okay, cast this as float. Okay, and let's see if this works. Okay, so now this is looking fine to me, correct. So you see, for example, for this video ID 1002, initial month views were 272. After that, we saw an exponential growth of, because I have to multiply this by 100. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So now that we see exponential growth of around 419%. Okay. So overall, like the views got 4x, right? Now this is all making sense, right? Okay. So this is working. Now alias it, let's say growth rate percentage as growth percentage, simple, right? And also I told you that we have to take care of nulls also. So now there are many ways to tackle null. Either we can go with a case statement or we can go with collage. Anything is fine. Okay, so it's up to you. I leave it up to you how you want to tackle this. But I'm just dropping a hint for this question. Because we have nulls here, I can go with a collage, I can go with a case, I can go with is null. So there are multiple ways, right? So for now, I'm leaving it up to you how you want to tackle it. Okay. So I'm going to the next question now. Now the next question is top 3 videos per month. Okay, window plus partition. Okay, this is fairly simple. Top 3 videos per month should be, so like start from daily views. Okay, and because we need to, they're asking per month, right? So it's fairly simple. Do let's go with row number. Okay, row number over partition by, and they're asking per month, right? Let me think. So because they're asking us per month, we have to go with month here, right? And month of view date. Okay, order by wait, order by number of views in ascending, right? Because they're asking top 3, so we have to go with the ascending order here. Let's alias it as row number. Let's execute. Let's take this row number in front rather than after star. Okay, so this is what we have got. You see, for example, so for this month of January 2023, this is the video that was most watched with 13,000 views. Then again in January, this was the video that was most watched, 5705. Then this 1990. So this was the video that was on top, and we gotta get top 3, right? So it's fairly simple, fairly simple. Either we can take a CT or we can take a subquery. So let's go with subquery now. Ideally, in the past, I've taken a lot of CDs. Now this time around, let's do with a correlated subquery. Okay, where row number is less than equal to 3. Fairly simple, right? Simple as that. So now this will give you videos per, top 3 videos per month, right? Simple. So for month of January, these were the top 3 videos. Okay, right. So now, oh nice. So now we have got the question of percentile. Okay. So if you're not aware of how to calculate percentile in SQL Server, I would strictly request you to just check out this function NTILE whenever you have some free time. Try to go through this function, because I already expected, because see, when I started with SQL, even I was not aware about this NTILE function. So this was the question that I actually solved in prior, because even I knew that there might be a scenario when I'm recording this and I also might get confused. So there is nothing wrong in that. There is no harm in that. I did write the query. Yeah, I already wrote the query for this, because even I was kind of not exactly sure whether I'll be able to do it correctly on the fly. So that's why I spent some time in prior on this question. Okay. So guys, NTILE, I'll just very briefly touch over the NTILE function. What NTILE really does is it actually splits the number of, see, whatever rows we provide in the partition, it will kind of split those rows in a bucket. It will assign sort of bucket number. So when I say bucket, I talk about this parameter here. You see, for now I've passed NTILE as 10. That means whatever rows this partition will get, it will try to assign, divide those number of rows into this 10 different buckets, and assign a number to each of the bucket. Okay, to each of the record in the bucket, my bad. So because they're asking us percentile of views for each video. Now each video, when I say, that means we have to go with partition of partition by video ID, right? And because we need to get percentile of views, that means we have to order by views here, right? See, it's very simple. They're asking percentile of views for each video. When I read this word each video, that means fairly I have to do a group by partition. Sorry, group by video ID. For now, because NTILE function does not works in group by, I went with the, because it's a window function, so I went with the partition here, right? And because they're asking percentile of views, I have to go with order by views. Fairly simple. I've joined with videos table to get the video title, and rest you already know about the table schema. Let's execute this query. Okay, so what have we got here, guys? You see, for one video ID 1000, we got two, because we only got two records for this video. For the first view, see, the NTILE function has actually assigned a higher bucket number because number of views are more, right? You see, 1621. That's why. So what happened behind the scenes was, the NTILE function actually put both of these records inside a bucket. Okay, so it actually tried to divide both of these records into 10 different records, but since we only have two records for this video ID, it was only able to go until two records in that bucket, and then it assigned that row number. So you might find this NTILE function very similar to row number, but still in this scenario, I understand, I acknowledge that this is quite similar. This is working quite similar to how row number or rank or dense rank works. But at times, when, for example, when at times you are dealing with financial data, something like that, so there NTILE function becomes very handy. So I would request you to just spend some time in your free time. For the sake of this video, I'll probably now be heading over to the next question, but I'm just dropping a hint here. So whenever you have some time, you can you can spend some time on this question, try to understand this NTILE function and practice on your own as well, and then try to see how exactly it is working. So you can also try to play around by changing this parameter and see what happens. So you can let me know in comments actually. So if you actually do try to play with this NTILE function, and what was your experience, okay? And let me also, before moving on to the next question, I'll also show you regarding this video ID 1019, which had 10 records, right? Okay. So you see this video ID 1019, it is having 10 different records. So you see this this video here had most number of views. So NTILE has assigned the this bucket number as this, my bad, record number as 10 in that specific bucket. You see, then 2, then 9, then 4. So because we gave order by views here, right? Remember, we gave order by views, right? So how it will deal is, the video which had the least number of views, ideally it will assign the least number of, the lowest record there, the lowest kind of this percentile number there. You see. So let's check out where NTILE is 141019. You see, the least number of views 438 has been given the view percentile as 1, and the most number of views for this video 1019, the most number of views are 8070. So the percentile has been assigned as 10. Okay. So I hope you are getting the crux of it, right? Okay, nice. So I'll quickly just move to the next question now. So the next question is lead lag to calculate day over day percentage. Okay. So I think this is very similar to the one that we did just a few minutes back, right? So we just calculated this percentage, but there is a slight difference here actually. Previously it was told to us that we have to calculate the change, we have to calculate the month by month growth percentage. Now we don't need to take month, right? Let me see how we can do it, because since now we are not supposed to go with month here, let's only deal with this CT. Later we'll see the lag function. Wait, let's figure out. Okay. Okay, because we have to calculate day by day, we have, I don't think if we even need to do a group by, or do we? I don't think so, because group by in the previous scenario was done just to calculate this sum of views, right? But because now we have to do it on a day-to-day basis, we don't really need this. Okay, let's try to tamper with this already written CTE actually. Hold on, I need to get video ID. Let's get rid of group by daily views. Okay, and because we have to take let's get the lead function directly here, sorry, lag function directly here, and let's figure out what we can do here. No issues. Okay, star, let's array as it as previous day view, right? And order by now will be view date in ascending order, right? Because we have to do it on a day-to-day basis. Am I right? Okay, let's see first what we get here. Okay, you see again, so for video id 1000, previously it will be null as usual, and for the next time, for the next day actually, because we are comparing it with previous days, 1621, so 1621 has been assigned here. For this 1001 and 1002, because they only have one single record, there is no prior record, so that's why you see previous day views as null. So for this 1002, okay, so 1002 we have got this 1413 views here, correct? And similar, it's very similar, just the only difference between the previous question and this question is that previously we did a group by, I mean month of view date to get the total number of views, then we took sum of views and then we applied the lag function. Now this time, because it is quite clear to for us to calculate the day by day change percentage, we don't need any sort of group by, right? So that means we can actually get rid of this cd1 now. Rest, probably the rest of the logic will follow as it is that we wrote previously, right? So let's take this bracket here. Okay, so what you can do is you can actually pause the video on this question. You can try to re-watch this part to understand this lag function. Now keep a note, this kind of question is very heavily asked in any SQL interview. If you're especially if let's say you're going with any finance company, you can expect this question 90, but 9 out of 10 times you should see some sort of similar question in any SQL interview where they will ask you to calculate the month rate, I mean the change in data in percentage terms. Okay, so anyways, so now it will be same. Now I have to go with views minus of this previous day views, okay, and previous divided by previous day views into 100. That's it, done. Okay, I have to change this CT1 to CT actually. Yep, I think this is it. So we have got this minus 8.32 minus 80.75, okay, 87.62 percentage of growth. Okay, so I think this is all falling in place, right? Okay, just 1 second. Okay, cool. So again, you can just look at this video, you can pause the video here and you can look at this question once again to understand it fully. Okay, so for the sake of time, I am moving ahead to the next question. So now the question is cumulative watch time per creator. So cumulative is nothing but it's again running. So they're just asking us to calculate a running time. So watch time per creator. First let's go to daily views table, because we're going to get the watch time from this table, right? And then we have to join this video ID with videos table and then to the creator table so that we can get the creator name as well, right? Okay, and because they're asking watch time first, see this is the watch time, right? Okay, per creator. All right, let's first join this with ev in a join with videos. V on v dot video id is equal to dv dot video id. Do another inner join. Right, and because they're asking us to calculate cumulative watch time, so cumulative watch time will become, let's take a sum, let's do it here actually beforehand, sum of watch time in seconds, right, over partition by c. Okay, partition by c dot creator id, right, and order by view date, correct? That's what they're asking us to do, right? Let's figure it out. You see, because I, yeah. So For this, let me get the creator ID here as well, so that will make much more sense. Okay. Okay. So for this creator, you see, this was the very first time one of his videos was published on 18th of January, and that was the watch time in seconds. After that, as you already know, cumulative means this plus this will be this, right? Please play, yeah. And then again, this creator published the third video on 13th of March, then that means this plus this will be equal to this, right? So this is cumulative watch time, right? I hope I'm making sense. So if we want to refine it, we can divide it by 60. We can actually convert this to minutes or hours as per our liking. But this is how you can actually calculate the cumulative sum. So I hope this was clear. We can also remove star here because we don't really need star here, alias it as, let's say, cumulative sum. Let's only take whatever columns we need to, for the sake of simplicity. We also need view date, right? And we also need video ID. You can take it from DV table. Okay, incorrect syntax. I missed this comma here. Right, so this is working. Cool. Now let's go to the next question. Rank created by average watch time per video. Select star from daily views. I hope you guys are liking this segment, because to be honest, I have felt that this part was quite complex to the parts that we have discussed previously. Like initially we discussed basic questions, then we came down to, I think this part 2 was it was regarding this aggregate functions and window functions. Then we came down to joins and multiple tables, and now we are primarily dealing with window functions, right? Window functions and ranking. So the lag question was the one that really even got the hang of me, because even I got confused for a moment between subtraction, which whether to just subtract by previous month or current month, then to divide by which month. But these kind of questions you can expect in a good SQL interview for sure. Okay, so coming back to the question now. So we are asked to rank creators by average watch time. Okay, so wait a second. Average watch time has already been provided to us in this column, average view duration. So let me think whether we need to calculate average or either we can utilize this column. So watch time, ideally we are given this column. So for now I'm proceeding to utilize this column itself. And again I gotta join with videos and then creators. You already know the schema, right? I hope so. Until now you should be pretty much very comfortable with this data set, right? Okay. And we have to do a ranking also. So the rank means we gotta take a row number over let's do a partition by c dot creator id. Am I right? Let's take creator name actually this time around. Creator name and order by, what was that column, guys? It was average view duration. I don't want to type it. Let's copy. Okay, so average watch time, and I did not specify any order. Even in the questions also it was not specified. So by default this will go with ascending order, right? So this also get the creator name here. Hold on, c dot creator name. Cool, this should look fine to me now, right? So creator 1, his first is average watch time was for this video or 1033 was this 3 doubles, where is the average watch time column? Okay, here it is, 31.52 seconds, then 42.29, blah blah blah. Okay, so I hope this is all making sense. So you can later define this query, but keep in mind, let's try to only keep the columns that we want in our output. Okay, the last question is use row number to deduplicate and get latest daily stats. Weird, I am not sure what this question means. I think I missed this question to check in prior to record this video. No issues. Let me see what this question means, if this makes any sense whatsoever. So they're asking us to do row number to deduplicate and get latest daily stats. I am thinking because we have multiple records here. maybe because we might have, let's find out. Let's find out first if we have any video which has been watched 2 times on the same date. I don't think so. I highly doubt that this question is legit, but I will double check and let you know. So let's do a group by video ID and then view date. Let's see if there is any record that exists. If we have two records, because they're asking us to do deduplicate, right? So let me first figure out if we have duplicates or not based upon video ID and view date. Okay, we're having count star of 1. Oh, we do have. Oh, great. So that means this question was not duplicate, it was actually legit. Okay, no problem. I want to see this data actually, that if this exists 2 times, because as per our initial query, I can see that this video is present, this record is actually present multiple times on for this view date. Okay, 1022, and let's go with view date filter as well. Copy and paste. Voila, done. Yep, so we have actually got. So I mean, I will not say that this question is entirely, I mean, this record is entirely duplicate, because might have been that this video was watched on this day multiple times, but since we do not have the timestamps here, so maybe we can treat it as duplicate. And if we have to deduplicate it, because they're asking us to use row number, so we probably just need to show one record out of these two, and we can simply do one order by clause, right? So select start from daily views table, and we can do row number over partition by video ID, comma, please listen to me, row number over partition by video ID, then comma view date, right? So that means when this logic will be applied, two row numbers will be assigned to this specific record, like 1 and 2, and based upon whatever order we give to the, whatever order we give in the row number. So let's go with ascending order based on views, row number over partition by video ID, comma view date, order by views, descending. So this record will show row number as 1 and this record will show row number as 2. We can wrap that inside a CT and then just simply take a select start from CT where row number is equal to 1. So that's how probably, okay, so they're asking latest daily stats. So my bad, latest as in, because the view date is same, probably I am still leaning towards that this question is not this question is partially correct, I feel. So probably I think we can leave it, this question here it is. If I see there is any scope of correction, I'll probably correct in the later part of this video. Okay, so I think we have completed this part, and for the next part please stay tuned. I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay guys, so let's get started with the part 5. So guys, for part 5 again, like I mentioned previously, so as soon as we will progress in this video, so the level of questions will actually start, the level of difficulty in the questions will actually go up a bit in every part probably. Okay, so now it depends. See, when I say the level of difficulty will go up, it depends upon your level, or or your progress, right? So for somebody who's, let's say, who's starting out new in SQL, for him, let's say he can find out all the 5 parts quite difficult. But somebody who has had some, let's say, some fair share of experience working in SQL or working with SQL for let's say couple of years, so that person might find the level a bit of okay, right? So that depends upon your progress. So anyways, I'll just come back to this and then let's try to wrap up. Okay, so guys, what I've done for this part is I want everybody who is watching this to now try to write the queries yourself, right? See, because in the past 4 parts we have already solved around 40 questions, and I guess now you would be quite aware about the different tables that we have in this YouTube dataset about creators, videos, this views table, comments, likes, revenue, etc., right? So now if I tell you any question, I believe even if, let's say, you're not able to write the, you're not able to write the exact query, at least you should be in a position to understand which tables you have to use to solve that particular question, right? Right? Okay. So what I've done here is I've actually already put up all the solutions for the questions that I was about to solve in this part 5. So what I will simply do is I want everybody who is watching this just to look at the question then try to write the query yourself, guys. And if you're stuck, of course you can come back to this video and you can look at the solution, right? So okay, without wasting more time, I'll just quickly get started. Like I mentioned, I've already jotted down the solutions for this part, because previously in the 4 parts I was trying to write the solution on the go so that I could explain to you guys, but now I want everybody's participation, and so that you could actually try to practice yourself. You should get some hands-on experience. So only for that reason I want everyone to attempt the questions yourself this time around. So what I'm going to simply do is I will just go through all these questions. I will spend few minutes on each question, and then when you're watching this video, you just pause it, you try to solve the question yourself, and if you're stuck, you come to this video. I do not want you to watch the entire solution ideally, right? So in an ideal situation, I want everybody to just write the queries yourself ideally, but if you're stuck, you can always come back, right? Okay, so the first question for this part is actually getting the engagement score. So I've already given the formula here as well, like likes plus comments plus clicks divided by impressions is my engagement score. Now, when I say likes plus comments plus clicks, right? So from which table you're gonna get the likes, right? So we have this table with us handy, right? Likes and dislikes, okay? So we have all the likes value here, correct? Then they're talking about comments. For comments, we have this table, right? We have the comment ID, we have the video ID as usual. And then coming to clicks, I think clicks was in daily views table. Let me check. Was it? Yeah. So we have the clicks in daily view table, right? And impressions, of course. So impressions and clicks both are available in the daily views table. So now simply see this question is not that difficult. We just want to know which tables we just should know which tables we have to use, and based upon that we can write our solution. So what I've done here is it's pretty simple. I've taken the videos table, joined with the likes table and dislikes and likes dislikes table, and with the daily views table, right? And again I have grouped by video ID. From here, see the reason because I've joined these tables, with videos table, because I want the total number of likes for a video and total number of clicks for a video, right? And of course impressions as well. So you see these three values, total likes, total clicks, and total impressions, have actually come from these two tables. Okay, and then what I've done here is I've grouped by the video ID. Now coming to comments part, see the reason I actually went with this subquery here. Now this is called correlated subquery, guys. Please make a note of it. This is called correlated subquery. Now what this will do is, see, because we are joining with this videos table here, right? So rather than joining comments table here, something like this, right? I could have easily done something like this as well, right? So there is no difference. I could have done something like this, left join comments on comment.video ID. See, let's say c.video ID is equal to v.video ID. But the reason I skipped this join, because I wanted to show you that we can do it this way as well, right? So this is called correlated subquery. What this will do is, when SQL will execute this query, inside this query simultaneously what will happen is, this videos table will get joined with comments table based on this joining condition, video ID to video ID, of course, as we have done in the past many questions, right? And from there I've taken count star, correct? So that means for every video we're gonna get the total number of comments by this count star, right? And because I'm grouping by video ID, this join would work here. I hope this is clear, guys. I understand this can be quite overwhelming at once if you are looking at correlated subquery for the very first time. This can be quite overwhelming, I understand, but try to understand, try to think. Let me just quickly execute this part of the CD just to show you. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, so I've got total likes, total clicks, and total comments and impressions, right? So see, all these three values, this total clicks, right, and this one, total likes, clicks, and impressions, we have got using the sum function, correct? But the total comments I've got using the correlated subquery. I hope this is clear. And after, once we got all these values, what we have simply done is, I've simply taken the total likes plus comments plus clicks. And remember, in the previous questions also I told you why I'm casting as float, because I want to get, because by default SQL will do the integer division. If let's say you're dividing, let's say 2 divided by 4, so it will simply give you 0, it will not give you 0.5, Because it's not in decimals, it will by default do the integer division. That's why I've given it as cast. I've used the cast function as float here, so that this value will become in decimals, and when we divide, so it will give us the appropriate value within the decimal values, right? Okay. So the main part for this question was to just to get the CT right. So execute, right? So here we have got the engagement score, something like this. So for the sake of you guys, I'm just quickly showing you the solution as well. Now keep a note, in this question, see, this getting to this CT part is difficult, right? After that, it is quite simple. You just have to sum all the three values, likes plus clicks plus impressions, sorry, likes plus clicks plus comments, and just divide by impressions, and your work will be done, right? So only this part is important. Keep a note. Okay, so let me just quickly now go to the next question. Yeah. So now again, this was an intentional question, guys. I wanted actually to give you some brief about z-score, right? So they're asking us to do detect anomaly days using z-score on daily views. Now, what is z-score? So what z-score is sort of a metric that would actually help you to understand. For example, let's say you're trying to there is a video that was published, right? Let's say on today 13th of December, right? So what it will do is you want to see just give me 1 second. Yeah, so let's say you had a video that was published today on 13th of December, and you want to track its sort of popularity, like let's say from 13th till 20th of December. So what you can do is, for every day for 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th, so all for these 7 days you're going to have some views on your video, right, on that specific video. Now there will always be a mean of views, right, an average of views for all the for the let's say next 1 week. So what z-score will tell you guys, when you will calculate the z-score for a specific day, it will tell you on that day how far the views are from your mean views, or how close, your views are towards the mean views. I hope I'm making sense, guys. I hope. Let me quickly just go to Google and show you what is z-score. I did actually already check this out. Okay, a z-score measures how many standard deviations a data point is from the mean of a data set. Now a mean of a data set in our scenario would be mean of the views, right? You see, average of views. I'm already using this function. And standard deviation, now keep a note, there is this new word you're hearing, standard deviation, right? So I'm pretty sure you would have heard about this word in the past as well, but let me show you. So a z-score measures how many standard deviations a data point is from the mean of the data set. So that means, like I gave you that example of that video, right? From 13th, let's say it was published today, and we are tracking the views of that video from 13th, let's say till 20th for this entire week, for example. So for every day we're gonna have some views on the video, right? And if you want to calculate the z-score, so z-score will simply tell you, let's say if there is a spike in number of views, let's say you published that video today, and today you got some, let's say 1000 views, and tomorrow suddenly you get 5000 views, right? So your z-score will be kind of big number. It will be a big number that will signify that okay, there was some spike on this specific day, right, on Sunday. And let's say on Monday again your views, let's say on Sunday you had 5000 views, on Monday you had 500 views. So there is a big drop from 5000 to 500, right? So then you're gonna have a negative z-score that will show you that okay, on this on this day you had a drastic drop in views, right? Okay, so let's not waste more time. So guys, this standard deviation is already an inbuilt function in SQL Server, so I'm just letting you know about it. So what we have got is, I've grouped by video ID, I've got the mean of views. Mean of views means average of views, right? Coming to that example, so that means if the video was published on 13th and we are tracking for the entire week, so the average views for a daily basis, let's say was 1553, and this was the standard deviation. Okay, now z-score, when I told you how to calculate the z-score means, see, what we'll do is, I want to calculate the z-score for the daily basis, right? Because we're talking about these 7 days for that, for any specific video. So I'll be getting z-score for all of the 7 days, right? Because see, the number of views will not be same on all the 7 days. Either they'll go up or either they'll go down, right? So let's see. Let's execute this. I'll show you. Now see what we have got here, guys. We've got the video ID, view date, views. Now see, for this video ID 1000 on the date of 4th of April, we had 1621 views. Then on the 17th of October, we had 1486 views. Let me also pull the mean views here so that you'll understand. Okay, this is the mean of views. Okay, you see. So for this video here, we had the total mean was average views was 1553. Now if you see Z score, so on this day because the total views were more than mean views, right? Were more than mean. Let me go back to that example. Look at this graph. That means this is the mean point, the center point. This is the average point, right? And this video is actually having more views than this mean. That's why you see this video on that day is having more number of views than the mean views. That's why you see your Z score is positive, right? So this is showing that okay, you had 7 points, 7, let's say 0.7 standard deviation points. That is this point, this data point is actually more than the mean views. Now similarly on 17th of October, the views dropped. Average was 1553, but you got 1486. So that's why you see negative Z score. And you see for this video, because we only had one single view date here as 7th of June. That's why we see the Z score as null, because there is no other day to compare at, right? Okay. Now similarly, let me just expand my output. So what we have got here is, so we have got, okay, let's take example of this video here. Yeah, you see, so the average views were 842. For that specific date, 26th of July, we got around 1400 views. So the Z score was positive because views are greater than the mean views. But here, because my views are negative, mean to say very less than the mean views, our Z score has gone in the negative, right? Let's take some other example. Let's go to this 1004. Okay. You see, so for the first day we had 808 views, but the average was 1158. Around 1200 views was average. So because the views are less than the mean views, we have got this negative Z score. And then you see the views actually, again increased to 1500. The mean was 1200. So the Z score is positive. Now you see, now keep a note of this record. You see the views were 422 on this 4th of September, but the average was 1200. So if you compare these 2 days, you see there is a drastic drop in the Z score, right? Z score has actually gone into negative, and there also it has crossed the threshold of 1, right? So you see negative 1.10 here, and then you see there is a drastic increase here. You see there is a positive of 1, right? So I hope I hope I'm making sense. So you would probably like to just check on the internet, try to understand what standard deviation exactly is, and what Z score exactly is. I just wanted to give you a heads up about this, right? And when I say in this question detecting anomaly, anomaly as in anomaly can be in two cases, right? Either it can be positive, it can be negative. Anomaly as in I want to track if there was any sudden rise or sudden decline in our videos. So that we can do, let's say by Z score. Let's say for example we can check if there is any column, any value here which has increased, let's say by 1.5 or decreased by 1.5. So those records we can treat as anomaly. It can be simply done using a case statement. Okay. So I'm not going to do that. I would request you to do it, and just let me know in the comments if you face any difficulties. I'll definitely get back to you. Okay. So I'll go back to the next question now. Let's try to quickly wrap this up. Okay. So next is calculate the creator retention percent of videos still getting views after 90 days. Okay. This is a nice question. Now, so what they're asking us to do is, we have to find out the retention percentage of a single creator, right? If let's say any creator, again let's take the example of today, any creator posted published a video today, and we have to check whether that video is still being watched after 90 days, right? That is what they're asking precisely, and based upon that we can calculate the retention rate for a creator. Okay, so for example, if let's say a creator published 10 videos in total, okay, and out of 10 videos, uh, let's say that 4 videos out of his 10 videos were actually watched even after 90 days, right? So you tell me what would be his retention percentage, right? So 4 divided by 10. So 40% will be his retention percent, right? That means out of his total 10 videos, 4 videos have actually been watched even after 90 days. So his retention percentage will become 40%, right? Okay. So so what I've done here is I've taken first of all the last view date from daily views table. Remember, from daily views table, I can get the last view date for any specific video, right? Because we don't have the creator ID column here, that will be of course in the videos table. That means we'll have to join this daily views table with the videos table later to get the creator ID, right? Okay, so here was our question. So what I've done here is I've taken the max of the view date, mean to say last view date. So that means this video was last watched on this date. So this is my last view date. Now what I need to do is I need to get one more column where I'll get to know that when this video was published, right? Understand? Try to understand. I'll try to get the published date column, then find out the difference between the last view date, mean to say the max of date on which this video was viewed, and then the difference between the published date, right? So based upon that, if that difference crosses like the 90-day benchmark, that means that video has actually, that video will count in its retention ratio because it has crossed the 90-day benchmark period that we have set in this question, right? I hope guys I'm making sense over it. I'll repeat again. So from here this CT, I'll take the last view date like I just told you. Then I'll be taking the difference. You see, day published date, between the published date and the last view date, I'll be taking as days active. Okay, and then here see what I'm simply doing. Case 1, days active is greater than 90 days, mean to say when this difference between the published date and the last view days is greater than 90 days, I'm counting it as 1 and then dividing by count star. Now think like this count star is nothing but, I told you about that example, right? That if a creator has, let's say 10 videos, so this count star is nothing but 10. And if let's say his 4 videos out of 10 has crossed the 90-day benchmark, this days active is 90-day benchmark, right? Then this value will become as 40%. This is just an example. I'll repeat, this is just an example. Okay, so let's execute this and we'll understand. Okay, you see, so for this creator we have 85% of retention ratio. I need to actually multiply it to 100 to get it to percentage, but it's okay. I hope you will definitely understand it. So for this creator 2, that means 85% of his videos actually cross the 90-day benchmark, right? For this video it is 66, for this creator it is 66%, for this creator it is 42%, 40%, 50%, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is a nice question. This is a really nice question, guys, because it is testing your logic building and also the date functions also. In any interview that you will go, you might expect, let's say, a couple of questions here and there where they will ask you to use any date function whatsoever, right? Now it can be addition of a date, it can be let's say finding out the orders in the last 6 months, or it can be, let's say, finding out the total count of orders on first of every month, right? So these kind of questions you can definitely expect. Okay, I'll move to the next question now. Nice. So the next question is finding the drop off ratio for videos. Again, this is a really nice question, guys. Now drop off ratio, what it actually means, you see, average view duration divided by duration. If there was a video that was published for 5 minutes, so 5 minutes would be how much? 5 multiplied by 60, it will be 300 seconds, right? Yeah, so the total duration of a video and then its average view duration. That means if there was a video that was, let's say, published that had a watch time of total of 5 minutes and somebody is only watching it for 2 minutes, so your drop off ratio would become 2 divided by 5. I hope I'm clear, right? 2 divided by 5. If the average view time of that video was 2 minutes and the total duration was 5 minutes, so your drop off ratio would become 2 minutes divided by 5 minutes. That means in this question, we first have to calculate the average view duration, right? And how we're gonna do that? So average view duration, again, like you already know, we have in this daily views table, we can definitely get this. Okay, let me just give you another example here. See, in this daily views table, we have video ID, we have view date. Now each video, like I've told you numerous times previously in this video, each video is watched multiple times on multiple days, right? So there is no one single record in this table for a specific video. That means we have to take into consideration that there are multiple records, right, for different days. on when those videos were watched. So because of that, I have to use a group by clause here. I hope I'm making sense. See, I'm grouping by video ID, title, duration, seconds. Now, all of these three columns will always be consistent for a video. No matter in that daily views, no matter in this daily views table, let's say even if you have 10 records for this video, the video ID, video title, and the watch and this duration. Okay, I think this is in videos table, my bad. That would be in the videos table, yeah. So you see this video title, video ID, and the duration, they will always be consistent, right? Okay, yeah. So I've taken the average of the average view duration seconds, right? In this daily views table, we have already got the average view for a day. But because I want to calculate the average of all the days for that video, that's why I'm going with this average function here. So this video is gonna give me this query is gonna give me something like this, where I am getting the average watch time. So for example, this video 1000, it had the total duration of around 6700 seconds, but its average watch time was only 192 seconds, right? Similarly, if I go to the last, let's say that this video was having duration of 1 to like 1200 seconds, so average watch time was simply 155 seconds. Okay, anyways, so now as I told you previously, it's very simple. The only tricky part here was to get the CT right? The only tricky part here is to understand this fact that in the daily views table you're gonna have multiple records for one single video, right? And because of that, you'll have to group by the video ID and then take the average of this average view duration seconds column. That's how you're going to get the total average watch time for a specific video. And once you get that, then it becomes quite easy. You simply just divide it by duration seconds. That is of course coming from this videos table, and you're going to get the drop off ratio. Now you might ask, just give me 1 second. Yeah, so see, you have got this drop off ratio. Okay, so I think this is very less for this because the duration was 7000 seconds, but the watch time was only 50 seconds. Let's see if we're getting, yeah. See, for this video we have a good what do we say, good watch time. So the average watch time was 111 seconds and the duration in seconds was 137 seconds, guys. And ideally, so this is actually this, yeah, this is the drop off ratio, correct, because this person, let's say this video, usually people drop after watching this video around 81%, right? Am I right, guys? People drop from this video 1063 after watching it approximately 81.23%. I hope I'm making sense. Okay. Now coming back to this question, now you might ask, what this nullif function, why the reason, I mean what might be the reason behind this that I'm using this. Now previously, like we saw that there were some anomalies in the data, right? So there were I think few videos for which I guess had no duration. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so like, yeah, so like coming back to our question, like I was mentioning about this nullif function, right? So okay, so the reason I went with this nullif function, because now there might be a scenario, right, where the duration can be 0. Let's say there is some sort of anomaly in the data, right? So what will happen in that case? What do you think? Because average watch time will be some value, let's say 1 2 3 4, and if the value is 0, right, if the duration second is 0, then you're gonna simply get a division by 0 error. Am I right? So just to get rid of that, just to be safe on our side, I went with this nullif function. What nullif function will do is it will compare both the expressions, right? It will compare this value and this value, and if they become to be true, it will simply be null. It will become something like this in that case. So just to avoid that division by 0 error, I went with the nullif function here. In a scenario where duration seconds is, let's say it is having 0 as the value in the videos table, then in that case we would actually avoid the division by 0 error, as this value will become null. Now if this value is not 0, if both the expressions are not equal, nullif function simply would return this value that we want. If we have some legitimate value, let's say 2 3 4 5 as duration of seconds, and if we pass it here, I'll show you. If I pass it here, it will come as 2 3 4 5, the first expression, right? And if I pass here 0, now it will show us null. I hope I'm making sense, right? You see? Okay, so that was the reason behind it. Okay, so I'll now quickly go to the next question without wasting any more time. So the next question is, find total revenue per creator per video. Okay, So that means simply if we try to understand this question in the layman terms, what they're asking us to do is finding out revenue per creator per video means probably first we have to find out the total revenue for that creator, right? And then divide it by the total number of videos, right? Uh, okay, so I have already put down a solution here. We have videos table. I've joined videos table, of course, with revenue table because we're dealing with revenue. I've joined on the video ID column and group by creator ID. From here, I've taken the ad revenue, subscription revenue, and other revenue. So I think this part is pretty straightforward. This is not as difficult. And we have got out the total revenue for that single creator, right? For all the creators, we had 20 creators in total. For them, we have got out this total revenue column. And then like I told you previously that I have to divide by total number of videos. So in this CD, I'm taking the number of videos put out by any specific creator. That would give me something like this. Let me execute this, just 1 second. Okay, so we have got this, and ultimately I have to divide. Again, you see, again I'm using this nulli function here just to avoid the division by zero error. Correct? So total revenue divided by total number of videos will give me the total revenue per creator per video. Okay? Yeah. So you see, for this creator 4, the total revenue was around 8700 rupees or dollars. Number of videos were 9. So after getting the division, we have got 973 per video. Okay. So this is sort of average, guys. This is again sort of average of revenue. Okay. I hope I'm clear. Okay. Now I'm thinking that there could be another way to do is I've done it previously using at that point of time when I attempted this question. I thought of this way. We can actually go with average of revenue also here, Okay. I'll come back to this to the last in the last video. I'm thinking about using some window function here. I'll come back to this in the last. Okay. So now going back to the next question. Now segment videos into bins by length and analyze CTR per bin. Nice. This is a really nice question. Now bins as in that means we have to distribute the videos by duration into 3 different segments. I've named them as bins. You can actually name them as segment also. It's okay. So when when the video duration is less than 300 seconds, that means it's a short video. When the length is less than 5 minutes, when the duration is less than 1200, that means the video is, let's say, a medium sized video, duration from 5 to 20 minutes. And when it is long, it is greater than 20 minutes, the duration, right? Ideally, this should be corrected actually. So when duration, it should be like this. Video duration is greater than 300 but less than 1200, right? So in that scenario, this should be a medium video, correct? And else part we have long, right? Okay, so let's first execute this query. You see, so video ID is a long video ID 1000. It's a long video. It's a medium video, long, and etc. Right? I hope you are clear about this. So we have this as short video. Okay. So now we have to calculate the CTR. Now look at the question again. Segment videos into bins. So distributing the videos into 3 different bins, short, medium, and this long. We have already done that. Now we have to get out the analyze average CTR per bin. Per bin means per bin here would actually mean that this length bin that we have calculated in this CD, we have to probably group by this or take some sort of average of this. Anything. Yeah, see, we have done group by here. Group by length bin. I've taken the average, right? Because they are trying to ask us to calculate the CTR per bin here. Okay. So I hope this is quite clear. Let me just execute this part completely and we're gonna get our solution. So for this length bin where the video size is long, the CTR value is actually 5%. For medium again it's 5%, and for short it is 4.5%. Now I would not explain what CTR is because we have dealt about this, we have talked about this in this video multiple times. I hope you guys will be able to understand. But if you still see any problem, please put out your query in the comments and I'll get back. Okay. Now again this question is pretty straightforward. Identify the top comments contributors. Mean to say they're asking about the which person has actually commented out the most. You see, commenter. So this individual Eva, she has commented out 15 times, Olivia 13 times, Amit 12 times, right? Now look at the solution. It's very straightforward. I've just taken the count star of total comments, count of star as total comments, and then order by this clause, right? Okay, identify top comments. It's okay. So the next question is find out videos which had more than 20k impressions but no revenue. Now again, this is a nice question, guys. But again, see, the logic to this question is again quite simple. But to attempt it, in order to attempt it and in order to nail it, you should be definitely, I mean, you should have the exact data set in your mind, right? Because until unless you are pretty much aware about your data set or your project, all the tables that you are using, until you have, I mean, unless you don't have that knowledge, you will not be able to do this question, right? Right, if you understand like from which table this column is coming, from which table you have to pull this column. For example, this revenue, because now it's coming from revenue table, right? And impressions, it's coming from this this daily views table. So once you know these kind of details, then this question becomes very simple. So what I've done here is it's pretty straightforward. Taken the daily views table because I have been asked to deal with the impressions, right? And here I've added a filter with having clause sum of impressions as greater than 20,000, because in daily views table, again I'm repeating, you have multiple records for one same video. Then doing a left join with revenue table, again on video ID to video ID, grouping by video ID, of course. And this is the part here where the sum of revenue. Now previously also in the previous question when we calculated the revenue column, we took all these three values, right, to calculate the total revenue: ad revenue, subscription revenue, and other revenue. Now in the scenarios where sum of impressions were 20,000 but the revenue was null, so those videos we have to find out. Let's execute. So we have 132 videos here which had total impressions like, let's say, more than 20,000, but they did not earn any single rupee for the creator. Okay, now this could be done in multiple ways. I have actually tried to keep it simple. I've gone with one single query where I've, rather than applying some sort of where filter, I've dealt it in the sum clause, right? I've dealt with this in the having clause, sorry. Okay, so I'll just quickly go to the next question now. Okay, so this is one of my favorite questions, guys. Now build a pivot monthly revenue by category. Okay, guys, I'll not be explaining this question now. I want you guys to look at the query and you to come with the solution of this, because mark my words, pivot is still a sort of question. You'll go to any let's say 3+ years level of let's say interview where let's say a candidate is having 3 or 4+ years of experience. You can definitely expect this question. If you're having a SQL heavy interview, you should expect one pivot or unpivot question coming your way. So knowing pivot or understanding how pivot works becomes very crucial, very crucial. Now I'm not really sure if you're dealing with some financial data set or you're dealing with any numbers in any project, so you would expect to apply pivot function. But in an interview, if let's say the interviewer is asking you 10 different SQL questions, now you should expect out of 10 at least one question would be on this pivot concept. Okay, so I'll not be briefing about this. I want you guys to actually take the lead on this and execute this. Okay, so build a pivot monthly revenue by category. I'm just giving you a hint. I'm just showing you the output actually, and I want you to write the query. Even you can see the solution on my screen also. So you see, for category business, this was the revenue in the January 2023. Then February 2023, we did not have any revenue from this category business. Similarly, education, entertainment, gaming, lifestyle, news, tech, right? So all these are different category of videos, right? So and we have shown all the revenue. Now you also tell me if there is a way that we can actually replace this null with, let's say, 0, right? Because this null simply does not looks good. It looks very bad, right? So we can try to replace this null by 0. Now you try to solve this question on your own, because this is a really nice question and I've already shown the solution also on my screen. So first try to do it yourself. If you're not able to do it, then you come to this video. Okay, I'll just quickly go to the next question. Now what is this? Multi-day conversion funnel. They're asking multi-day conversion funnel. Now these are all very, how would I say, this digital marketing related terminologies. Funnel is actually sort of a landing page where you try to gain impressions over your content over social media. So I'm pretty sure you would have heard about this word funnel in the past also, in the context of digital marketing, right? Okay. So impressions, clicks, views, and aggregate ratios. Okay. So what I've done here is I've taken the sum of impression, clicks, sum of views, watch time seconds, case when sum of impressions is 0. Okay. Then null, sum CTR. Okay. And what I've done here is when sum of clicks is 0, then null, else sum of views divided by clicks as click to view. Yeah. Okay. Let's execute this. We'll first see. Okay. So impressions to clicks to views, right? So we got the sum of impressions here. Impression to clicks. Understand? Impressions to clicks. Impressions to clicks means simply what we're talking about, CTR, guys. Remember, click through ratio, right? I hope because I've discussed this many times, I'll probably not be discussing this time around. We have discussed about the CTR terminology many times in this video. And then clicks to views, right? Aggregated ratio. Aggregate ratio means first take an aggregate of this all these values and then find out the ratios for them by simply doing the division, right? So clicks to views. So views divided by clicks, we're gonna get a click to view ratio. Okay. Group by video ID and order by video ID. That means we'll be starting with video ID 1000. Okay. So clicks, views, watch time, CTR and click to view ratio. Okay. I'll just go to the next question now. Now mark videos with inconsistent data. Daily views exist, but no dislikes, dislikes for that day. Okay. Inconsistency as in, so here in this part we're trying to say if there was any video that had some daily views on one specific day, but there was no like or no dislike for that day. So it is highly unlikely if, let's say, some popular creator is publishing a video, and if it is getting some views, right? So it is very likely for you to either get a like or dislike on that video, right? So now we're just trying to figure out those videos which had some daily views, but they did not have any like or dislike, right? Now the reason I'm stressing over this thing here for that day, because views, again, in the daily views table we have multiple records, right, for a single video because it was viewed on multiple dates, right, different dates. So because of that we're trying to find the anomaly or the inconsistency only for specific days. That's why you see I've kept the join with the date also here along with the video ID, right? Okay, just simply execute this daily views with joining with likes dislikes table video ID, and because I'm trying to figure out this on the daily basis, on the day basis, I'm joining with the date column also here. From the likes dislikes table we have record date, and from daily views table we have the view date column, where now see, because I want to figure out it's kind of like the unmatching records, right? So the same question again, it's actually boiling down to that same clause. Either we use except, either we use not in, either we use left join. It's up to you. So in this scenario, previously in one of the similar questions, I went with the except clause, right? But here I will use the left join column. Okay. So we have got this. So you see this video ID, it had 1621 views on the 4th of April, but it did not had any what do we say, any likes, right? You see, likes record missing flag. I've actually come up with the flag for this. So again, this video ID, it did not had any likes on 17th of October also, right? So similarly, we have got all these videos that had some views but no likes or dislikes or that specific day. Okay. So I hope I was quite clear about all these questions, guys. So I understand, I actually tried to, for the sake of wrapping up this video, I went with these questions quite fast. I understand. So if you see there was any mistake from my end or my understanding in any of the questions, please let me know. Please highlight those in the comments, and I'll be glad to rectify myself. And if you really loved something from this video, I would request you to please like and like and share and subscribe to this video, and please share this video with friends whom you know who are actually preparing for SQL interviews, or who are just trying to understand how SQL works or how to write logic for any given scenario. So in this part we have actually dealt with many concepts. I've actually tried to dig very deep into how to approach a same question with multiple ways. Remember, in SQL, to solve any single question, there can always be multiple and better ways, right? See, the first idea, if you are just starting out in SQL, the first idea should be first to get out to think about the logic. You know, we have to we have to upscale our logic building approach. I always say in all of my videos, it's the approach that will sorry, it's the approach that will always help you out in the longer run. See, anybody can write select star from this table, or group by this clause, but it's about the logic. So if you're able to think, if you're able to think logic like this in your mind, you'll definitely be able to write the query. It's not a I mean difficult task. It's always about how quickly and how accurately you can think, right? Because in any interview, hardly they'll only give you, let's say, 2 to 3 minutes of time to solve any single question. So at that point of time, if you want to nail your interview, as much practice you will do, right? As many different scenarios you will face in practice or in your current working projects, that is where you will gain a lot of experience, a lot of hands-on experience, and that will help you so much in the longer run. Okay. So I think we are done about this entire video. I hope you liked it. Again, I would request you to please subscribe to this channel and share this video with anyone. I would be giving all the table create statements. I mean all of this data set in the channel in the video description. I can make mistakes in the video description. You can go out with that. Also, I'll try to bring out a PDF also for all of these questions, and I'll put the link in the video description for that also. Okay. So, and I am repeating, I will not be giving solutions for these. I will not be giving these SQL sheets to you guys. So I want you to practice it, right? Because that's the point behind this entire exercise. I'll not be sharing the solutions for this. If you want to see the solution, you come to this video, pause it, and then check out the solution and try it on your own first, right? Because see, at times what I feel is, if I'll share the solutions as well, so there might be a scenario that somebody who's trying to nail it, he will simply go to the solution, copy my solution, and paste it in his SQL instance and execute, right? I do not want that to happen. I want you to learn yourself, right? So you come here to watch this video, try to understand what sort of filters or what sort of clauses or how I've approached the solution, right? And then you try to write your own. Okay. Okay, guys. I think that's about it. Thank you so much for joining, and I would request to please watch this video and share it with anybody who's actually preparing for SQL interviews. Okay. Thank you.